Go. Sorry, action. Yes. Audio sync in. 3, 2, 1. Right? That's what we're doing. Yeah?
Sure. You faded out there for a second. Audio sync in 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. Yeah, so let's get this filming underway.
Being softly massaged by two muscular sheep doesn't do it for you. Sure, skip your life away.
Ad. So welcome guys back to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley.
And I'm Commander Cockings.
Today we're talking about Lower Decks, the brand new sci-fi spin-off taking place in the future with all alien cast and at least 3 dolphins. What do you think, Samuel? Or Sam?
Well, I don't know. I was going to go into a whole rant about things to imitate you, but I can't because I can't do that well. Hi, guys. We're not filming. We're just messing with you. Welcome back. Good. It's live time.
It's not just that live time, it's a drunk live time and a post-season wrap-up, retrospective, and review score reveal. A lot of ours there. Stuart, are you excited to hear what, as I tell you what you think of TNG Season 3?
I'm excited.
But as we
I'm drinking red wine, guys.
Ooh!
Bacchanal, Cabernet Sauvignon.
Now, is that fancy or?
Not really. It's not that fancy. It's a twist-off cap. Not like so.
Well, it's a
big-ass bottle. Look at the size of this bottle.
So, okay, read the description before you drink any. Read the description and tell me if you can taste exactly the nonsense that's on the label. I always like
breathe.
I always like that.
Okay, the Cabernet Sauvignon Merlot owes its name to Ismail Torkamal, a visionary man who noticed that both the soil and the weather conditions of Chile's Central Valley were ideal for producing the perfect grape. He used Picard fertilizers and grape pickers, or ball pickers, to produce this fine wine. A bright ruby red, this wine delights with its rich, fruity noise. Ooh, the notes of chocolate and plum and vanilla. Ooh, the palate is harmonious and soft with a pleasing finish, perfect for pairing with red and white meats, savory casseroles, pastas, and tomato-based sauce and ripe cheese, or for lives on YouTube. Sweet.
Does it mention if it goes well with gach, or is that not part of the list?
Gach, no, the gach wasn't mentioned. So.
Okay, well, maybe next time. Yeah. Cool. Okay, well, I appreciate the detail of the of that. Yeah.
What are you drinking? Read your thing.
Oh, same. Godberg, strawberry and lime. Sweden's original cider brand, made in our family-owned brewery in Copenhagen town, in the heart of the country. The juice of the strawberries and lime are added to our apple cider to deliver an intense, fruity tasting cider with an unmistakably strawberry aroma. We hope you enjoy this very special cider as much as we did making it for you. Skål, meaning cheers.
Excellent. And Double Guitar says, are there Canadian wines even? Yes. The Niagara region there's a lot of wines in the Niagara region. That's only like an hour and a half, 2 hours from me here. They make some of the best wines in the world, actually.
So it's on your side of the border.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. The American side of the border for Niagara is shit. They got nothing. We got all the good stuff on our side.
And I also have same old vodka. There's a fancy orange juice to go at this time rather than bargain basement that I normally have to get last minute.
I do have peach Crown Royal upstairs still, but I don't know. I'm going to stick to one thing. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Might have to go upstairs.
As we've said, as we every time say, our drinking is totally dependent on you guys. It may be a light one, maybe a heavy one, maybe a destroying our bowels one. I mean, that really isn't up to us. Yeah.
Well, we had some super chats to start, so thank you. Get into those right away. Ozzy throws in $5. All hail the Superior Commander and Super Captain Foley, skeleton hands. Yes, cheers. Olivia Julius, $5. This episode brought to you in part by Olivia's Eagle Eye Movie Reviews. Captain, you know why. Bullshit. Bullshit on that. Olivia Julius, $5. Captain Foley, you are late. Please report to the Admiral's office immediately. Only if it's Admiral Sylvia, in which case I would have been much later because her punishment methods are quite interesting.
What if it was Admiral Nechayev? Where does she fall on that spectrum now I've actually met her?
Ooh. Yeah.
Wasn't she lovely in person?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I hated her character, but loved her in person. Ozzy Maderos, $5. Captain Foley gets a free pass from the Admiral Skeleton Hands. Thank you, Admiral Ozzy. Much appreciated. And Tom Casey, $5. Enjoy the drunk day. LOL. Can't stay, but just wanted to say hi and contribute. Well, thank you. And bullshit on the fucking description of this wine. Bullshit. Hints of chocolate and vanilla. Fuck off. It tastes like every other red wine. It's just bitter, and it'll get better as it goes, but it never tastes like hints of blah, blah, blah. No, all red wines taste the same. So do all beers. Except for American beer, which tastes like piss. But
I'm assuming those sorts of high-end things are for people that swirl it in their mouth and spit it out and just like it, and smell it and really like take over a minute to non-drink a sip. But yeah, if you're actually just drinking it, I find none of those things particularly. I mean, I tend to look for a fruity wine if I have wine because at least it helps to cover it up a little bit, but they're not particularly fruity. So, oh wow, Shannon.
Ooh.
That is a surprise. Thank you.
Nash, welcome to the rank of captain.
You outrank me, sir.
Promotion time. We got a captain. Woohoo.
That'd be a great.
Not a wine connoisseur then. No, wine connoisseurs are full of shit. Oh, the aroma. Look at its staying power on the edge of the glass. It's amazing. Bullshit.
When it comes to wine, Stuart is what we call a basic bitch.
Yep, pretty much.
He barely drinks, and if he does, it's on the Trekyards live stream. There you go. So yeah, I'll start sharing, and Stuart, you can mention the rules, etc.
Rules? Okay, yeah. Guys, if you want to super chat and help out the channel, you can. A lot of people have already done so. Even join the channel. Shannon Nash, that is awesome. Thank you very much for joining. Helps us out immensely. You have no idea. And you can also check out all the links down below. Lots of great ways to help us out. Patreon as well, or send us a PayPal. And if you do send us a super chat, you can dictate who drinks, and also with the larger donations, we have to drink more, obviously. So if you guys are wanting to see a Trek version of Drunk History, but Drunk Trek, by all means, shoot us a super chat. Let us know your thoughts, your feelings, anything we're talking about, any questions you have. This is going to kind of be a fun one. We're not going to focus too much, I don't think, on the episodes per se. So that's really creepy, Commander. I don't know why you're doing that, but anyway. So yeah, you can ask us anything you guys want. But yeah. Shannon Nash, I've been following you guys for years and truly love your content. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you guys, and especially the fans that follow us for a long time. We're sorry for putting you through everything we put you through, and just you guys hanging on for all that time means a lot to us, because hell, we wouldn't do it. We would not watch ourselves that long. Olivia Julius, $5 on the Enterprise. Captain Picard buys the crew a round of drinks. On Trekyards, the crew buys the captain around. Oh, that's how it's supposed to be. Get your captain sloshed. Then you go up, and when he's sloshed, you ask for promotions, and get reassigned. And then next day, make him think it's all his idea. That's how you do it. I'm sorry. And if I meet you guys in person, I will buy you guys drinks. I mean, it's a little bit different when it's in person. So, but yes. This is how it is right now. So there. Oh, God. I've had a busy day so far. I just got home from being across town and had to go through traffic, and there was fucking construction everywhere. And I hate this city for that. But anywho, that's why I was a little bit late. So I apologize, because I just kind of walked in the door just at 1 o'clock, and I was just kind of like, eh. But yeah, so. It's okay. I'm here now. So, yay. All right.
So, Stuart, what do you think of my thumbnail, by the way, the one I made? Because, I try to make a silly one.
Ooh, it was really good. I liked it. I enjoyed it when I first got it. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah, there's so much of the season that you could use, but I want to make it both silly and slightly drunk, like, as much as I can. But I thought those are some pretty good images to really summarize the season. So yeah. Oh, Olivia times 2. Oh goodness. Okay.
Well, I already read the first one, but I'll read it again. for your benefit. On the Enterprise, Captain Picard buys the crew a round of drinks. On Trekyards, the crew buys the captain a round. Like I said, I mean, it's just the way it is. And then when he's drunk, you get a promotion, you go and ask for things, you get reassigned to the department you want, and then the next day you make it think it's all his idea. But like I said, in person, I'd buy you a drink. But you know.
This is the other side of the fence. Right, so Stuart, shall we?
I'm not done Olivia yet. Shh.
Oh, sorry.
Olivia Julia's $5. I'm just across the border from you. I expect a Pepsi. Well, Pepsi sucks, so good luck with that. Coke is far superior. But yes, she sent me her location. She's like right near me, probably like an hour and a half away. But the border's closed, and you don't have a passport. So
those are slight issues.
I mean, she's a trucker. She could probably get through the border crossing because the trucks are still going, obviously. But the border is closed right now because, we don't want. Yeah.
So. I mean, you can always yell across the border. I'm sure the border guys will be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Sorry? What? Sorry? We're just talking. What?" And just I know I haven't got a graphic today because we're more about the TNG, but more than 10 is a shot basically, and then 5 is a drink, as you guys know. So. We have our shots available, and
I don't have a shot available. I'm just going to be drinking wine, unless I.
To be fair, wine is more than a sip. Like a wine is a healthy sip, so I think that's fine.
Jeff Jacobs, $5. Sorry I can't make it. Everyone have a drink. Cap and Commander, you must have a great time. All you wonderful Trekyardians. Well, thank you, Jeff, for at least popping by. We appreciate it, and see you later. Have a good day. Be safe.
Always good to see you. Yeah. So Stuart, let's talk about TNG Season 3. It's actually been quite a long road to finish the season. Not because we've taken a long time, it's because there's 26 episodes. It's taken us 2.5, 3 months. What is now your closing sort of vibe? Not review, but vibe of the season. As a general, blob of season.
It is an amazing season. There is so much great content in Season 3. There's actually, I was surprised how well distributed it was. There's very few blahs. Even the blahs aren't that bad. So as a whole season, it's gonna be interesting to see now how it stacks up compared to the other seasons, because I know the other seasons have some real stinkers in them.
Yes.
But I think that's why Season 3 is hailed as like the best season of TNG, or at least where things really got noticed that TNG was going to be good. So. Yeah, but it stands out because it's really amazing.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the average here, the batting average is just crazy strong in this season. There isn't really any flops. Now there's also a big shift in the tone. They've got a better balance of doing some comedy, some character stuff, some hard sci-fi, some romance. The string caps are rolling by, but also some heavy hitting drama stuff. It's a very adult series, but without having to get too dark. But even though it has some dark moments, like disintegrating the Riker almost girlfriend person, there's some really the terrorist episode again. The things are scrolling by. It's a pretty hard-hitting episode, and yet it also is filled with guest stars, memorable guest stars from The Defector to Fajo to obviously Q and Whoopi are in it a couple of times. It's a very, very full season, and I wonder if they thought, okay, we've got a good enough rep now, as in potentially we know that if we can push one step further, let's just pack this full of good stuff. Because it's just, as the screen caps are going by, it's just constant, good, interesting stuff. But also, do you think that because they had their shit together now, they were able to tell and pick better stories and make them better, and so therefore they were like, we're going to pick the creme de la creme this year in case we don't get a fourth year, and that's why the stories themselves are also on general better.
I think that's part of it. The other part is, up until now, the show was kind of not it was well received. It was kind of a mixed bag as far as reviews went, especially with, like we've talked about before, Captain Picard's character. He was really taking a beating the first 2 seasons. Season 3, he's amazing in this season, actually. And I think that's one of the things that saved his character. But as we talked about going into Best of Both Worlds, he wasn't sure if he was going to be returning for Season 4. So that's kind of where they left it the way they did. So,
but it's still remarkable that I still would consider Picard a very good Picard from Season 1. There are all nuggets of that. Everyone, I think, does well here. Although I think this season, I don't know if I felt especially that Deanna got shafted a bit. Thinking back, I don't think Deanna has
By who? Riker?
Well, I don't think Deanna's a good presence this season.
Well, I'd shaft her.
Whereas the other two, I felt like she was used a bit more. You know, I think she was sidelined more this season, which is odd. But
yeah, her character is odd for a lot of reasons in different seasons because, yes, she's very much used appropriately, then not used at all. Then used appropriately, then not used at all. And again, I think it's the Guinan syndrome. I think a lot of Guinan's lines are definitely more in line with what a counselor should be saying. But because Guinan was Whoopi Goldberg and such a presence, they wanted to give her some good stuff, which is a shame because if she wasn't around, I'm sure that, you know, Troy would have been getting some more great content. So,
yeah. But that said, Guinan's barely in this season. I mean, she's barely in the entire show, but she has 4 appearances. And honestly, because she was in Best of Both Worlds, I forgot she was in the season. Like, she's so not in it for a good 6 or 7. I'm like, oh yeah, there's Whoopi Goldberg. Like, if you binge watch it, she's really a very small presence. To the point that you think, is she just, you know, off the ship every 3 months doing another thing and then comes back on for a look? Like, you don't really get a sense that she's there the entire time as a really an active bartender. Because they spend a lot of time in 10 Forward, and yet she's mostly never there.
She's, you know, she has time off. She's not working that shift. She's working the late shift, a 12-hour late shift or something. Who knows?
But do you know what I mean? I think Whoopi is very underused. Practical reasons, obviously. But it would have been nice if they could have committed to her. But then, what would Deanna have done? Unless they made her the officer, which they did later on. You know, give her more of an officerial role and deal with Riker and people personnel stuff. Don't know.
Yeah, so I think, going back to your original question there, I think season 3, they really looked for the creme de la creme as far as writers and scripts went, just because they needed to kind of bolster the numbers a little bit and make sure they were brought back for a season 4. So that in conjunction with using a cliffhanger, I cut out, didn't I?
As well as using a cliffhanger.
Oh, yeah. Well, that in conjunction with the cliffhanger was what they needed to kind of, like, the catalyst to kind of keep the show alive and going. So I do kind of agree with what Jarzia said in the last episode review that, you know, this was the season and that kind of defined Star Trek, the new Star Trek, and kept it alive because Star Trek V had underperformed and there was just some issues in that regard. So, yeah, I think that season 3 is strong for those reasons. Now, like I said, I do want to see how it stacks up season-wise to other seasons now. So now we need to rate the seasons. At the end, or after we do each season, we need to kind of say, all right, so how does this stack up against the last season?
Well, and what's nice that we can have an objective way of doing it as well, because we can say how many 7s, how many 6s, how many 5s are in a season. We actually have numbers, and these are things that we're not going to necessarily double down on later down the line as our preconceived notions come back, but at the time review, which is going to be as honest as you can possibly get, you know, that is what we were thinking. And I just want to say that we also had probably the most guts in this season because they brought back Tasha, which could have been a problem because they killed her off for reasons, basically political reasons. They introduced Enterprise C. They brought the Klingons back in a massive way. Like, you know, Picard at the end. There's some pretty ballsy episodes which, you know, you'd need to say, screw it. We're just going to go, you know, full steam ahead in this one. And obviously a big Romulan presence as well.
Dan 23 says Trekyards, there's quite a lot of storylines and scripts with Whoopi Goldberg's character in, and they had to remove her because she wasn't available. Yeah, I think a lot of stuff was removed, and a lot of stuff might have been pushed onto other characters, including Deanna, to kind of keep that you know, it would have been great to see her more, but yeah, she was, you know, a big movie star and had other things going on. So
yeah, I don't doubt that for a second. I'm just pointing out because you can't, you know, reality can only go so far. But Stuart, let's start though. Episode 1, Evolution. It's already I can barely remember again.
I know. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these after the fact will be like, oh, what the hell? Evolution. This is with
the guy from Scrubs.
And then the nanobot technology, the nanites that Leslie created.
Yes. Yeah. I remember this being anticlimactic. Not a lot happens. and they have the same scene again and again with Data, and it's just a lot of wasted time. But some nice visuals, as you can see here. But as a season opener, it's pretty weak. While sci-fi-y, I just remember being like, yep, this was an episode. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember much about this one, honestly. Just the main point. And Dr. Stubbs was his name, which I always remember because, like I said, we had a cat with like one leg missing, and we named him Mr. Stubbs.
Because he was the guy that was basically the analogy analog for Wesley, who was also the child genius who played baseball in his mind. Like he's interesting, but if you want Wesley to be a focus, make him a focus. And this is a good sort of character if he was genuinely a focus, you know.
Yeah.
But he was also kind of flat from what I recall as a character.
A little bit, yes. Yeah, I don't remember much about this one. So what did I score this one?
Well, no, that's all right.
Oh, fine.
Well, yeah. Otherwise you'll guess which one's the top. Also, I guess there's less people on the internet right now because I'm able to up the bit stream by a little bit.
I forgot your super chat. What? Oh yeah. I didn't read Olivia's last super chat.
Oh.
Olivia, $5.
5.
Anyway, she says this episode is brought to you in part by Soon Type Androids, now with unlimited data.
It's good. It's good. I can't disagree with how not good that is. But speaking of one that I think we disagreed on a little bit, Ensigns of Command, which was the one with the aqueduct, and I completely forgot how good the semi-love story with Data and the lady was, how fun that was. I didn't realise that the guy was dubbed the guy, and it's really distracting, but also like, I was really impressed by the sets. The first one where we increased the scale quite a lot. You know, I don't think you were as fussed about that, but I was like, okay, let's have fully realised locations, which we didn't have in season 2. And in fact, now we've seen the last couple of episodes, they're mostly bottle shows. It's weird to now go out to this one, and there's big expansive set, like with Where the Watchers, and yet a lot of bottle shows. But I think this one holds up just as good, with some funny, unintentionally funny things, and a lot of good Brent in this. There's a good moral question story, and Shellyak, even better than I remember.
I always forget about the Shellyak in this one. This one, when I see when I see the name, I never remember what this one's about.
No, I wouldn't.
The title is very misleading with Ensigns of Command. You think that, you know, an away mission goes wrong, and the only surviving member is an ensign, and, you know, one of our main cast who's like wounded and needs some looking after. That would be a better one for Ensigns of Command, in my opinion, for that title.
It would be funny. It'd be a good one for the one where they all became young. You know, it's like he's a baby. But this one I remember holding up actually pretty well and liking it.
I think I probably liked it more than what I remembered, but yeah.
Yeah. And guys, super chat, your comments, questions, thoughts. This is going to go quick if no one has anything to say. Oh my god. I'm getting phoned. Might be... That was 1 second.
Uh-oh. He's getting phoned. He's... I got important stuff to do. Hey, Samuel. How's it going? Yeah, no problem. Go off screen. No, it's fine. Yeah, well... Yeah, we got to talk where they can't hear us, right? This is so true. Yeah, no. Hopefully everything's, you know, good over there. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, that's embarrassing for you. Yeah, no problem. No, I can hold down the fort here. I see them there. Yeah. You just pretend that you're on a call still, and take your time with that, you know. You know, put the lotion on, whatever you need to do to get rid of the itchiness. It's fine. Okay, yeah. All right. Hi, guys. So Samuel's not talking to me on the phone at all. He's talking to somebody else. How are you guys? That's good. Questions? Comments? Anything? At the beep, please leave your message. Hello, you've reached Trekyards Command. I'm Captain Foley.
And I'm Commander Calkins.
And we can't come to the video screen right now, so if you leave your name, message, and species, and, you know, postal code, quadrant. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Because we only have one ship in the quadrant, and it's not here right now. Beep. Yeah. So, well, this is unexpected. He usually doesn't take phone calls. Must be very important. Judge 1981, Captain Foley, answering received the message. Nice. This is very nice. Dan 23, Federation starships don't have an answering phone message if you hail them, and you just get a reply. They may have different signals. The thing that bothers me about Star Trek is it's like, hail the planet. They're on screen. That fucking quickly. There's somebody sitting there right in front of the thing. That's always the person you want to talk to. Sometimes their secretary. I wouldn't say never. It's sometimes their secretary, but not always. But anyway, yeah. I might use that as my voice phone message from now on. Well, I can re-record it better if you want. I like the relationship with women that Data formed in this episode with the woman. Oh, yes. She's pretty cute, too. And, yeah. Oh, Samuel looks very excited. This must be a good phone call. I'm going to have a drink. Thank you for spending your afternoon, Saturday afternoon, or morning, or evening with us. We really appreciate it. Yep. Voyager ended up being able to communicate with Starfleet from across the galaxy. That's right, because awesomeness. Double guitars. Yeah, the girl was very cute, and they were cute together. Oh, they were. Judge 1981. Let's guess what Samuel. Oh, yes. So, yeah. Yeah. No, it's okay because I'm British. Yeah. No, absolutely. No, we're sorry for taking over your country. I know the sun never sets on the British Empire, but, that's not my fault. Those are my forefathers. And, oh, yeah. No, it's fine. I can do that for you. Not a problem. I'm not good at that kind of thing. Oh, he's done now.
Hello.
Hi.
That was Amazon, so...
Did you get the itchiness taken care of?
No, they say it's a boy. I'm pregnant. Any I have to drink super chats?
No. Well, yes. Tenchi, 2K7, $5. Okay, the commander needs to drink because of the phone call. Yeah, there you go.
No, I had to take that.
Zachary says you just found out you're being promoted to admiral.
Well, Stuart, you didn't get the email, did you? Speaking of emails,
you do a run around like me, that again with me. Anyway, what emails? What? Judge 1981, $5. Oh. A drink for a phone call.
So yeah, the Survivor. Speaking of it, emails. They never got an email that everyone got massacred. Thoughts, retrospect thoughts.
Oh, the Survivors. I
don't remember this being in this season. As in, I think I wouldn't have placed it here. Having thought
back. The problem with this one is I always confuse the Hussock with the Shellyak. And they're one episode apart, which is a shame.
Yes.
They should be spaced out more, and they're both the same look. The ship has the same kind of feel to it.
Both powerful, both set out to be big and strong, yeah.
Yeah, so I always forget about the Shellyak in Ensigns of Command. Right. I think the Shellyak are in the Survivors, but it's known as the Hussock. It's like, yeah, this one is kind of weird. Again, they can see the house and the property from orbit. Yet, in the last episode, Best of Both Worlds Part 1, they couldn't tell the whole fucking colony was gone. Bothers me quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
But a fun episode. This one I always remember pretty well. I always, like I said, I confuse it with the Shellyak instead of the Hussock. But other than that, I remember pretty much everything about this episode. And it's a pretty good one, actually.
I think this could have been a good TOS one, first of all. Another omnipotent being one. But I think this is a good sci-fi story. And not really seen much before. I think this is an unusual side story. Powerful alien, base cat killed, planet killed, recreates his wife, has his, I think it's quite unusual, and I think it sticks out a little bit for that. Although looking at this picture, I can't help but see Michael Forrest as the guy, because does that look like Michael Forrest? Like
it does
a good
look like
75%. This one, oh yeah.
Olivia Julius, $2. A cat flew out of the Enterprise B's neck. Did you see that part of my live last night?
Well, yeah, I commented. Yeah, my PC crashed and I had to do something again. But yeah.
No, what, did you see the part where I showed the clip?
No. Oh, you
I showed
found
the clip.
Cool.
There's a work bee flying out of that goddamn thing.
Not next to it then.
Nope. It's got cargo containers, and yep. I know. I'll send you the clip right now, actually.
Okay.
I have it on my phone here.
Okay.
And it's you'll be amazed.
Out of the torpedo forward tubes, sort of.
Yes, maybe they were just loading torpedoes, but then again, they tried firing torpedoes later, and they weren't available until Thursday or Tuesday. So, where the fuck is it? There it is. I'm sending it to you right now, Samuel. Check it out.
Okay. I actually quite like the Kitbash dry dock they did for Generations. Yeah.
Eugene, 700 rubles.
£10. That's half a shot. Okay.
For Hard to Be a God episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Judge, 1981, $20.
Oh, dear. Now it starts.
A shot for the guy wearing the Roy Rogers shirt in the future. Yeah, it is Roy Rogers shirt. All right, I need to fill up my glass.
I actually like this orange juice. I've never had it before. It's weird how I think, is it the fresher the orange juice is, the less taste of orange it has, because therefore fresher. But I want to be stronger tasting to cut through the booze. That might not be good for me. Well, thank you, Judge. That's awesome.
Yeah, check out that clip, man. You'll be amazed. I was.
Okay.
It actually kind of makes sense to be cargo bay doors there, to be honest. Because the torpedoes are lower.
Yeah, well, it's not a shuttle bay. It's a work bay. Yeah, it's a cargo space.
Yeah, it's a cargo loading dock, apparently.
But is it though? I mean,
yeah, I don't know. See, it's still, I choose to believe it's not, but that clip makes it quite. It makes it so it could make sense, you know.
What an odd, deliberate choice, though.
We need to talk to John Hughes about it, because we did talk to him about the Enterprise B. That was never brought up.
Well, you can tell that's a miniature. That's a miniature choice. Well, it's weird because they didn't change the neck particularly between the B and the Excelsior. The Greebies maybe inside, but it's not. Because I know what the Greebies look like on the classic Excelsior. They're diddly and they're nothing.
Yeah, but they're bigger on the B. It does look like they could be. I'm fine with them being cargo loading bays for where bees can go in and load cargo modules. It's fine. But anyway, I choose to believe the other. My reality. I reject your reality and substitute my own. There you go. Anywho, so yeah, the Survivors is a good one.
I remember not liking the Troy stuff.
I can stop.
Also burns throughout the episode, and it doesn't need to be that. And
it's a music box. No, it's not. It's a goddamn little thing in a dome.
Yes,
it's not a box.
And then Jeff's like, music boxes can be without a box, just music. And it's like, if you say so, you say so. No, absolutely. What was it? It was a snow globe, wasn't it?
Okay, kind of, yes.
So it's a snow globe.
The dancing ballerina mechanism inside, with a dome over it. It was not a box.
And I also remember I liked the beam-in. That was a very good effect. Although I thought it was weird that they swapped so much between having certain characters as heroes and then Picard as being the hero for the last bit. That was a weird, like, oh, sorry, now Picard's the hero. It's like, what? But this was a Riker episode, sort of.
Yeah. And good tea, nice house. Yeah. Good wharf lines in this one.
Yeah. Yep, true. What was that in the Commander's Cup? It's a dirtle saying turtly into you for Marie. Hey, Darth Grimlock says, great to see us live. Thank you. Yeah, we like doing lives occasionally off the normal time, as much more people can join us now because it's much earlier in anyone's day, and much later in Australian's day. Still during the
Darth Grimlock. Does he go? Meet Grimlock, no. Whatever, meet King.
Yes, that is what happens. Speaking of what happens, Picard almost dies this week in Who Watches the Watchers?
Oh yes, this is a great one with the Mintalkins. The pseudo Vulcan race. Proto, whatever. It's a word. Anyway, the duck blind and the anthropologists watching
Proto duck blind.
Gonna proto punch you in the face. But no, the Picard. This one's really good. This one I have good memories of. I really like this one, and yeah, I mean, this one is a fantastic premise for a Star Trek episode, and just sci-fi in general. The ancient aliens thing, how anybody with superior technology can be considered a god, how they can spin out of control. I mean, it happens very quickly. That being said, there's a lot of quicker solutions to the problem, which would only make one or two people look insane on the planet. So who gives a shit? That's what I would have done. I'm a much better captain. But anyway, yeah, good episode and good payoff. This was a fun one. And we get to see, them going down disguised as the particular race, which was cool. So, Judge 1981, $20. Picard takes a shot to the heart, but don't give love a bad name. Shot, please. I was going to say it when she said shot to the heart. Shot to the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name.
The Nausicaans took my first heart, and then I lost my girlfriend. It was a shit weekend. Who Watches the Watchers? Yeah. This one, for some reason, I think I was less impressed than you were. I don't know why I suddenly think that. But I remember being underwhelmed again that we swapped from being a good Riker Troy, and then Troy does nothing on the planet for like 20 minutes. When really it should be about Troy, like, she should be it's like with the terrorist one and having Gates having Crusher. Let's actually see her do stuff. Give her the screen time. While it was brilliant, everything on Picard and this lady is absolutely 10 out of 10. I was disappointed, I remember, by why is Troy not being given the same awesomeness. And I think we also didn't like the guy who got resurrected because he kept repeating himself. Like, he kept being too much with no rationale, which I know is the whole point, but they didn't develop the idea of his character beyond the point, and they just kept recycling. Because that's not the focus anymore, and they got to keep it going. And the stupid how Riker like punches a guy, doesn't beam out in the house, walks out, gets seen, runs away, doesn't like the entire chasey stuff is just silly. They don't because they only have so much space they can use. Remember that being silly.
I feel that part was a lot of filler, though, to extend the length of the episode. Because that was a good chase scene through the rocks, and then him hiding in a little nook.
That was cool.
And then beaming out just as the beam effect is still there, just as the guy comes around.
I didn't hear it.
That's the thing. You can hear transporter beams until you can't, and then you just can't.
You just can't. Yeah.
It could be stealth. They can turn on stealth mode. I guess. A lot of times they make a point of they can hear the whine of the transporter coming in.
Oh, isn't there a TOS one we can hear it like 30 seconds before as well? It's like,
yeah.
How? What?
Yep.
But this is a really, really good example of Prime Directive stuff, and the arguments are really solid, and just hearing Picard give these, I would argue, Shakespearean level at the end about technology and about not bound to us as gods, and the fact that we have blood too. Really high level stuff that he's so perfect for. But it had some constructional flaws, I think, and a missed opportunity. But then again, some really solid stuff as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one was really good. I really like the sci-fi principle of this one.
Yes.
Yep. And it worked really well. So
and a lot of outside, and also really good interior set. So it felt more, again, a bit more TOS. They had those. Wow, this is the lot of Paramount. Oh, it's a set. And wow, we have the outside. Yeah, it's the desert next to the
Vasquez
set.
Rocks.
Yeah, exactly. But speaking of Vasquez Rocks, the bounding. I love my segues that don't have a segue.
Bonding.
Yes.
Not bounding. Bounding has a U. It's
good.
Bonding.
These are the original thumbnails, but I have the other ones. Good. Let me swap that out.
Oh, you got the original ones? Yeah. This is the bonding. This is the one where the lady gets killed on the away mission under Worf's command, and the kid is all sad and stuff, and it's the creepy kid, and he's the drug dealer from RoboCop 2.
But not the Data sad kid that becomes like Data. It's the
No.
other sad kid that becomes
Yes.
like the other guy.
The one you're thinking of is hero worship.
Yes.
But yes. And this is where the alien from the planet doesn't understand what's going on, so it's trying to make him feel better by showing him his mom and, you know, the house on Earth. And it's a whole thing about, you know, trying to convince this alien why it's important for him to let go of his mother. And even though the alien feels guilty because it was part of a war, they all died part of a war, and they didn't want anybody else, because the explosion was because of a booby trap in the cave. And the alien presence, or the ghost, or whatever the hell it was, felt guilty about that and tried to make it better and just effed it up. And then he joins Worf's family, the House of Moog, and then you never hear about him again. And later, when Sins of the Father comes up, they don't go and tell this kid, you know, hey, you're disgraced, you little shit. He's just kind of forgotten about and never mentioned again. So, does he become House of Martok later? He must. Like, he must get in the mail, get a House of Martok thing. Here you go.
Mail.
Update. You're part of this family now.
Yeah. No, this one, I remember I said to you that they had to set up the mum first. There was some bad construction here as well.
Yes.
Because you can't feel for the mum unless you know the mum. It's like with Naomi Wildman, similar episode really, where she's, and they you know, Naomi's having to be dealt with because everyone, you know, the mum might die. But at least we know who she is, and just a little bit shown. You know, there's a scene at the start where we see him crash, etc. But I thought the boy was relatively good, nuanced at the end. Wesley was good at the end, relaying, you know, I blame you as well, Captain Picard, at least I did. That was good. The alien was pretty good, but I think it was, again, a bit too repeating of, we don't want to go any further. And I always find it funny when they obviously film something, that home movie, just to then obviously use all the props, costumes, and set in the episode, because obviously they built it for that and they used it because that was the point. You know, you can always see through that. And then the Mog thing, it falls flat after the fact. It's really like, wow, okay, at the time. And then when you realise it doesn't mean anything, it's like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, Worf is the sort of guy that, if he says that, solemn vow. Like, you will be the big brother to my son when he comes aboard. You will help serve me on the IKS Rotaran when I get Martok, and you'll be, you know.
That being said, Worf is the worst goddamn father. He ignores his own.
Is.
He ignores his own kid, let alone some little adopted little shit.
Hey.
So,
hold your hands up and say yes. He might be honor-filled, except when it comes to his own kids. Then he is bad.
Mm-hmm. So the bonding wasn't one of. This is one of the lower end ones for season 3, in my opinion.
But not because it's bad, just because it fails to reach the same highlighted awesomeness. It's a good premise, and it had a lot of potential, but it wasn't structured in a way that utilized it fully, and that's a shame. You know?
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Better than The Child, though.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. 100%.
Yes.
This one a lot of filler too, a lot of repeated dialogue, unfortunately. That was another one of the issues. Yeah. So,
but speaking of some amazingness, Booby Trap.
One of the best episodes of Star Trek, in my opinion. Yes.
I
love this one. I love it. I love the idea of, well, I love history. I love ancient history and whatever. So this whole premise of finding this Permelian battle cruiser that's untouched, essentially, and from thousands of years ago when humans were just, I don't know what the fuck we were doing.
It's going well, guys. It's going well. Look at that goatee just sticking out of the reconnecting. Let's see what the chat's saying then. Oh, out of the airlock for the kid. Ah.
Hi.
Hello.
What did we hear? What did we hear before I got connection lost? And
Permelian battleship, ancient thousand. Oh, what were humans doing millions of years ago? Thousands.
Oh yes, they were just perfect.
Booby Trap, also known as Titty Snare. Area 51. Wow. Gosh, sir. And Josh Street, drunk Foley broke his and said, hey, he might have. He might have. Or his kid might be on the internet. Don't know. Oh, Area 51, another harsh one. Is that on the kid's official business card? Jeremy Astor, little shit. Aw. His acting wasn't bad, though. He actually owned some of the scenes pretty well. Talked about Twin Peaks for some reason. Abandoning the Met episode. Random thought, what if a bird flew through someone's mid-transport? It wouldn't be able to. It would disintegrate on the energy field. Life with Matthew. Hey, Truckers in chat. Hello, Matthew, and the life that you have. Earl Grey decaf. Roy. The internet does not want you to talk about us for 1,000 years ago, apparently.
No, the internet does not. It's a conspiracy. I'm telling you. Judge, 1981, though, throws in $20. A shot for the USS Enterprise becoming boobies. What? I mean, boobies. Oh, booby trap.
Well, you really didn't get that, did you, for saying?
No, I was like, what? Oh.
Yeah.
All right. And Shannon Nash, $5. Love this one. Commander, a drink sir. All right, I'm back. So, yeah, we were inventing the mechanical clock, or just perfecting it at the time that the ship was doing its thing. Anyway, it gets trapped in this asteroid field. They go in and investigate, and you get to go on board. You get to see, the remains of the crew and the captain's personal log. And, it's really neat. I really like this one. Fun sci-fi premise. And they get stuck, of course, because of the whatever generators in the asteroids, the assimilators. I forget what they're called. Something. Anywho. And then the whole premise of Leah Brahms and recreating the whole Galaxy class development project on the holodeck. It's really fun. There's a lot of great stuff in this episode, and definitely one of my favorites.
I legit forgot this was the Leah Brahms episode. That's how much it links together in my brain, even though I haven't just watched it. That's not good if I completely forgot about that. Wow, I was trying to remember what happened in this one, and yeah, that happens.
Yep.
Ooh. And this one is good, but I think this one suffers from lack of budget, because I don't say it at the time, but their set is a bit shit on the Primillion ship. They're sort of trying, but at the same time, it's a bit shit. And it could have been better. It should have been better. The miniature is gorgeous, and there's a shot of it which is absolutely incredible. Wow, but that's a different department.
Aceton assimilators.
Yes.
Thank you, Tenchi 2K7.
Yeah, and I remember liking the Geordie stuff a lot. It's a bit weird, but it's very good acting by LeVar. And Leah is good in it. She's a good actress, and the fact she's in like a couple in different parts is always fun. Pretty varied. And the end, I also had a slight problem with them just accepting death again. But obviously they're Geordie on the case. But I keep realizing that in these episodes, that if one person's on the case, everyone else just accepts death on the off chance he doesn't work. So if this one guy can't solve it, we'll all just die. Okay. So you would think people would be doing different solutions, but it's okay, not a huge deal. But I can't get your same ultra love of it. I get why it's good, but it could have been a bit better in terms of like fleshing out the universe of the dude. I wanted more from the Primillion. It's really barely in it. Like, yeah, because Picard goes over, he's like, I want to see it, beams over. Right, that's enough, beams out. It's like, sir, you were gone 45 minutes. Yep. And it's like, but is that it? Okay, I didn't get my impulse, through Asteroid Field that I thought was in this episode. But we did get Picard at the pilot seat, which was cool.
Yes.
Because he was actually a pilot first. That was just before we went to the command track. That was really cool. Cool to see. Especially after we'd just seen Picard where he'd piloted in La Serena, so that was fun to see. But speaking of, well back. We haven't talked about this for like 7 months. The enemy. Nope, that's the defector. What we haven't talked about for 3 months. The enemy.
Yeah, where does the defector fall? Oh, it's not episode 10. Okay. Yeah. The enemy. This one. See, all I remember now is Geordi and this guy stuck on a planet. They have the thing emitting the things.
Hey, thing emitting the
and
thing.
Geordi needs his visor.
Captain level preciseness there.
Right. And I remember Wesley was the savior in this one. He's like, oh, and then they come up with the beam thing so that Geordi can find them, but he needs his visor and he can't.
Yes.
Stupidity. They need to hook it up to the tricorder and whatever. And then he's like, as soon as he sees the beam or whatever, he's like, "Oh, Wesley, you genius, you."
Yep. And it's like,
fuck off, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't remember I think Tomalak's in this one, but I don't remember the Romulan part really too much. Their ship crashed, and they were coming to investigate, but it was in Federation space.
No,
or the neutral zone. Neutral zone.
No, it is memorable because this planet was Galorndon Core, just on our side of the neutral zone, and they find this dude in his shuttle, and Tomalak hails them because they detect they're on their way. They're not cloaked for some reason, and he's like, "Captain Picard, we wanna go check out, because whatever." And then he keeps lying about it was unmanned. Oh, only one person. I mean, there was two people. And at the end he's like, "I guess my records were flawed." And Picard's like, "Yes, you better get better at that because seriously, you were wrong about everything." And they almost started very, very close to starting a war because the guy died and they wouldn't be. I remember Worf was going to give the guy blood and then didn't, which also seemed a bit stupid that Worf. Worf, the opposite culture, is the only guy that's blood capable. You would think any Vulcan, we know there are Vulcans on board, would be slightly more applicable. Bit dumb. Interesting idea. Bit dumb.
But they added the line of dialogue to explain why, because it's slightly off or whatever. But I'm like, yeah, that didn't really work because Klingons are way off. Yes. Anywho.
But yeah, that was cool. I definitely remember that I liked this one a lot, but it didn't live up to my memories of it. Because I remember more of them together, and there's more of the Wesley faff. There's more of the Worf faff. The Worf is better, but there's a lot of it. Like, there's a lot of that. And I remember this being the meat, but this was a lot less of a juicy steak than I remember it being.
Yeah, and 10G2K7. I was obviously misinformed as to the size of the craft. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. How many people are there? One? Oh, no, two? Oh, no, three. Oh, yeah, well.
Oh, is it Deredex? What?
Yeah.
Very misinformed. It was a scimitar. They haven't invented yet.
Ervik Sonder, $5. Sad day in the USA. 7-Eleven free Slurpee day canceled. Too bad because they taste great with vodka. Hashtag cap drink. Oh, well, fine.
Cool. I didn't know it was a thing. That's cool. Well, why would I? But that's kind of cool. But I still have fond memories of this one, but it's not as good as I remember it being. And I also remember there was a stupid moment where Geordi... So he walks away... Although great at the start with the amount of like a buzz in the air, that was great. The amount of debris and stuff in the air. But then Geordi walks a certain far away, falls, gets out the exact same hole, and then yet walks across, decides to go back to the same location via the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
For no reason. It's just stupid. It makes no sense. And it just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. That obviously you completely ignore when you remember back. But yeah, that was weird. But a great premise. And in terms of Romulans, this is one of the better ones, I think, in terms of developing, as in up to this point of what is a Romulan. A Romulan can be more than TOS with a obviously unique Centurion chap, Sarek man, and everyone else who's a bit more conventional. And then the ominous guy at the end, this guy can be a human, well, anthropomorphized, but he can be more, Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But moving on to episode 8, The Price.
The Wormhole.
This is, Rapey McRaperson Creeper here.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, like using his psychotic.
Well, he was.
His telepathic powers to have an advantage in the dealings with the Barzan. And this one I hate for multiple reasons. Just because he's creepy. The whole him and Diana thing is just it's really weird. It's like mental abuse essentially on his part.
But it's not presented that way.
No,
that's the sad thing. Like you're even though he clearly has some level of ability, they don't actually say he's messing with her brain. It's more just either they're innately compatible or they sense each other, blah blah blah. But after barely recognizing her, like, you're a woman, hello, in the first scene, then he comes in, kisses her, and they sleep together in the first time. And I get chemistry, fine, but absolutely appalling connection until the very last scene where she's saying "fuck you" to him.
Yeah.
Awful scenes, absolutely awful, like child level bad, knowing what's trying to happen. It's awful.
The only one that this one's memorable for me is because it ties into a Voyager episode, which is great.
Yep.
I do like the fact that they get stuck in the Delta Quadrant. Like that's a terrifying prospect, especially in a shuttle.
Yeah.
But
the Quink's crew, they thought they were bad.
Yeah, but that's
shuttle.
Going into it and looking back on it. That's all I remember is the wormhole and them getting stuck.
Yep.
I don't really. You have to think about Creepy McCreeperson here to remember that part.
Well, you need the image. Yeah, you need the image to get memories.
And I don't think that this would have been as memorable if it wasn't tied into a Voyager episode. It would have been easily one of the worst of season 3.
Well, this is one that actually has actively bad bits in it, which is rare for this season. It has tone-deaf stuff. And while it's nice to be introduced to the will be then featured later, the Barzans in Discovery and with something else, and we get the tall guy who's a predator, we get some interplay with all that stuff, we get some decent Riker stuff, but, whatever. And then you have the guy come in, the Ferengi, offering gold and not gold pressed platinum, which again is a retrospect weird thing. But Ferengi weren't. At least they were developing from being a menacing threat into a. So I appreciate this is the one of the first moves into that. But yeah, it's not good, and the wormhole effect is very 2D until one shot. Yeah, it's a real. This is. I mean, hey, we don't know yet, and I've done the math, but I haven't gone back and thought. Possibly our worst of the season. Would not be surprised. Because being tone deaf, and I mean, if I was Marina Sirtis, I would be not happy. Except it was the 80s, and I guess you accepted women more meanness. But it's like I would not have been happy to be in this episode, let alone film it. Not good.
Olivia Julius throws in a $2 super chat and says he's a northerner. I think he's referring to the enemy. But sorry, I missed that. And Area 51 says, Cap, I believe you officially named him Croupy Fuck. Yep. And then Folding with a winning hand, which is Jill, says, this guy makes my skin crawl. Rapey McGee.
Yeah. No, he was awful. I mean, his last scene is good where she gets to combat him verbally. But if that was how they make chemistry, Actually, I'm going to see who directed this because it was absolutely... I mean, just even hiring this guy. I wouldn't even hire this guy, you know what I mean? And you can get good creeps who are interesting. You know what I mean?
You can. But, this guy just looks like a sleazeball. Just even before he opens his mouth. He's got the perfectly, sculpted hair and the stupid, really bright blue eyes. What's wrong?
It was written by a woman.
Who probably suffered through something like that and was trying to make a point, and it just didn't come across right.
That is not good. She wrote 6 episodes of TNG, already story and write. She wrote the teleplay to Skin of Evil, the writer for Will Always Have Paris. That I can sense from women's perspective, I guess. Pen Pal Story, When the Bow Breaks writer, and Coming of Age, uncredited, but was involved in that. So she's a season 1 and 2 writer. Okay. And the director was a dude who did 11 TNG, 1 DS9, 2 Voyager. Okay. He directed Measure of a Man, and Peak Performance, and The Defector, and Chain of Command Part 1, and The Price. Wow. The director knew his shit, and yet let the actor do that. That is hard to read. Wow. Ugh. Because actually, the Measure of Man guy, bit of a creep. Just a little bit. But you understand the perspective of why. He's not a creep, he's just a very socially unable guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay, let's move on, because that's not good.
Vengeance Factor.
Yes.
Okay. All I remember this is the creepy little lady who's part of the Lucifer clan and is like 150 years old or some shit. And she's got to kill this other guy. And the Space Bikers. That's right, the Space Bikers. I needed to start talking about the plot before I remember the Space Bikers.
Yes.
Who you think are going to be assholes, but they're actually 2 of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet. Because they just look like dickheads, but they're not. Then really weird shit happens. Picard goes over with the lady to talk to them on the ship, and then Riker beams in and just starts shooting people. And Picard's sitting there like, diplomatic mission number 1. Good job. Yeah. That's all I remember. It's just not a good episode. I'm sorry. Oh.
Sorry, I thought you had more. Actually, now you
I'm done.
Oh, now you said that, I think I like this one more than I remember, because you're right. It's not like it doesn't stand out, but once you remember how good the fun little bits are, because I remember we talked about how actually it was weirdly adult in that both sides are actually really balanced. The first dude and the lady, surprisingly balanced. And she's the head of the government. She's coming in as very brave of her, and she does a good job. Then the second round of negotiations with the big guy on the planet, again, very balanced on the ship. But like it's remarkably both-sided considering the weird look of everyone. Yeah, very well told there. And this woman, odd, but you get it. I don't remember, I didn't quite like the extrapolation of how they found her with like this much of her face. And it's like, come on, you could, please. Yeah, you could have done better. That was a bit too far. And yeah, the end is fucking, well, vengeance is vicious. Literally disintegrates her. Like, no. And I remember he does that dramatic turn to camera. The guy's like, "Are you? Oh no, thanks for saving my life." And he's like, at camera, it's like, "Yep, you just murdered a person, really brutally." Wow. But there's and that internal set was good with all pillars. But they have that stupid. The thing that you didn't hear the dialogue. Remember, they beam down and they walk around a bit. They wait team, and then suddenly they get fired upon, and they're like, "Covering fire, fine, we'll leave." And it cuts to other people, and they go down some like ladders, and they come.
Yeah.
And then they just like, "Ha, motherfucker, we haven't left." And it's like, yeah, no shit. It's just like, this is the worst people team ever, like, of fire. Just stupid. But then it evolves. So this one I think is better than I think either of us remember. Like, it's actually better than you think. I think this one.
Yeah. Again, if it wasn't for the thumbnail, I'd be like Vengeance Factor.
Yeah. But it's a better name. Better makes more sense as a name.
Yeah, but I'm gonna forget it. Like,
Yeah.
I already had forgotten it until I saw the thumbnail. I'm like, oh, it's the lady, and then all of a sudden I put it together. It's a biker one.
Yep.
Judge 1981 puts in $20.
Oh.
Thank you, Judge. A shot for the space bikers. I'm gonna finish this. That much wine in here still. So that's a shot, I guess.
Finish mine too.
Gonna pour more.
I mean, it's not bad orange juice, I'll give them that. And also I remember this one, we did not appreciate Riker's very quick to fancy her, but it was less bad than other ones.
Yeah.
It was like, what? Yeah, he went from like 0 to I'm probably into you, and it's like, can we not at least give us one scene of setup for that? One? But, that happens. I guess. I have good memories. I hope it's higher up in the list. I'll be honest.
Next up is the Defector,
Which we haven't looked at for a long time.
forever ago,
Yes.
as a lead up to Picard, and that was a really good one. A fantastic episode. Lots going. Great actor, great dialogue,
Amazing.
great delivery. Everything's great about it. Contradicts Picard with one line. It's great. Yeah, not much to say about it, except it's great. There you go. A shot is worth 5 ounces of wine. I don't know how much an ounce is offhand, so.
No, yeah, this one is really good.
Not being technical here.
And guys, do click like. We're at 73 people watching. 68 likes. Do click like. Oh gosh.
Judge 1971, $20. A shot for one very confused Romulan defector. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just.
I mean, I think that's a bottle of wine, isn't it?
God damn. All right, Olivia Julius. $100. $100. This episode is brought to you in part by Olivia's Trekyards Promotions, bringing you the best advertisements from the greatest sponsors. Just like Picard branded fertilizers, Ozzy's skeleton hands, scan X-rays, and Kayla's shoes. Also, I want another episode for the Ares. Like the Ares from...
No, it'd be the Martian Ares. There's an Ares in one of the modern... Oh, he's disappeared. There is in one of the space... Very spacey ones. But Olivia, that's crazy. Thank you. That makes this live
That's
a success just by itself. Yeah, that's going to be basically this entire glass plus another one, isn't it? Martian. Yes, that is on the cards. Yeah. But yeah, Defector, it's really good. The script is where it really benefits. The script is where it really kicks ass in this guy. The fact also develops the Romulans a ton. You get to see Romulus, actually. The dude's home. The reveal at the end is great. The fact they got to see Klingons is good. Tomalok's good. The fact he's in 2 in like 3 space is unusual as all hell. It works. This is, I think, I had to look at the review for this because I had to get our scores. I said it is a perfect of its type episode. It might not be the most enjoyable in the context, but what it's trying to achieve is perfect. It just, and at the end of the day, isn't that what you're trying to achieve? Is the point of the story, you know?
Yes. Ooh. Good episode. 10 sheet, 2K7, $5. Admiral Jarok's daughter is in Star Trek Online, and she is great as well. Oh, wow, that's very neat.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Judge, 1981, $10. Wash down the drinks with more drinks, boys. A big glass of vodka. That's what this is. It's vodka. I guarantee. I just had to watch the taste of red wine out of my mouth.
With vodka. Yeah.
And hints of chocolate and vanilla in my ass. Fucking hints of goddamn brake fluid. That's fucking awful.
Speaking of
this would be better with pasta. This would be good with like cheese. This would be good with steak. But you just drink it. I'm not drunk enough yet to really enjoy the flavor. You know? That being said, it is chilled. I chill my red wine because tradition.
Because you're not an animal.
Chilled red wine tastes better than just...
I think most things chilled just tastes nicer. In terms of
drinks.
drinks.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, speaking of no brake fluid and chilled wine, The Hunted, which was one of my guilty pleasure episodes of the season, and it absolutely lived up to what I remember. I remember way more running around the Enterprise. That was actually a very small part. But this actor did a tremendous job with a great set of dialogue. Ooh. Really interesting. Like, very, very good guest star for what he did. Really interesting as well. Not what you expected to go in first watch. His escape is very clever. Not as clever as I remember, but that's because I'm linking 7 episodes. But the ending is absolute trash. Which is a real shame because it just falls down. It's like, wow, we just overthrew the government. Bye now!
Bye.
Of course this is your fault! You saved the bloody crew guy. Yeah.
Livy Julius, $5. Episode is brought to you in part by Samuel's drinking face. Better than his O face, I can pretty much guarantee. I don't know. That's why I'm saying I can pretty much guarantee.
Speaking of my O face, I'm out of booze. Get another one.
Ooh, a Hirsch. Oh yeah, The Hunted.
You got to the chat.
Fuck. Oh. Cochrane was more fun. Oh yeah, The Hunted. DS9 kind of did an episode like this where O'Brien teamed up with the Hunted guy. Yes. I can't remember his name now. That's a fun one though. Data sure loves visiting the brig. Well, what better way to understand the human condition than to visit someone that's, in that situation? Honestly. Ozzy throws in $10. This episode is brought by Miss Olivia's trucking service and Skeleton Hands. Ooh. I like the commander's pan-galactic gargle blaster drinking face. Oh my god. This guy has a sophisticated drinking face. That's right. This is a fine red wine. It's marvelous. It's got notes of vanilla and chocolate, even though bullshit it does not. Bullshit. Judge 1981, $5. This episode brought to you by Star Trek Season 3. Now on Blu-ray and DVD. And digital download. Yeah, all those things. Still finishing my glass from the $100 that Olivia threw in. Folded with the winning hand, or Jill, throws in $1 and with a, I think that's a drunk face. Is that his old face? Oh, that's a drunk face. Okay. Livy Julius, $5. Are you drunk yet, Captain? Hashtag Captain Drinks. I'm not drunk yet, but I am feeling it. I don't know if that's evident, but Canadians don't get drunk. We get friendly. That's 100% legit.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
One. This is Cherry Comberg, which I've never had before. Let's see. Apple cider with a sweet taste of cherry. Rich in colour, perfectly balanced with refreshing down to the last drop. We hope you enjoyed this.
I'm Batman.
Social side as much as we do.
This is a shitty mask. I gotta get London Batman over here and get my gal back.
We have to ask him what he thinks of TNG Season 4.
This one sucks. I feel like a baby. I'm Bat Baby.
So what do you think of the Hunted then?
It's shit. No, I'm just kidding. Hunted, if I didn't know this thumbnail and you asked me in a year, I would not know what fucking episode you're talking about. That being said, I did enjoy this one more than I remembered I would. I do like some of the escape attempt ideas, even though some of them are asinine. And the whole hunt thing just doesn't make a lot of sense as far as Worf as being a security officer doesn't really do the most fantastic job.
No, he stays in the room and lets the guy do his thing.
But
he does catch him. They get beaten up.
Yeah, but the ending is absolute garbage. You're absolutely right about that. It's like, hey, yeah, here you go. There's some criminals. Bye. Hopefully you'll be alive in the morning.
The coup won't be bad. But I also remember this is a fun one because, I mean, I think totally justifiably, this guy outsmarts Data. Because Data tries to work out where he tries to do his magic. And this guy is literally one step ahead of the guy the entire time. That never happens. I mean, Fajo, I guess, in this season as well, a little bit. But this guy is legitimately a more tactical guy than Data. And because, but also I buy it, you know? The way he's presented and the sadness. I mean, like I said, I have a soft spot for Silent, I'm not sure why. But I'm certainly glad you liked it more than you remember last time.
Hold on one.
Okay. So yeah, we had Aussie. Thank you, Judge. Yeah, this is very cherry. I don't think I like cherry as much as I thought. That is very cherry. Jill, I'll give you that for that. Olivia as well. Olivia as well. Judge, what's with the cider? That helps. Oh.
All right, Olivia Julius, $5. Hashtag suffer. Hashtag Samuel drinks. Did you get that one already? Judge 1981, $5. Cider is awful.
Ooh,
it disappeared. Hashtag Samuel drink. Oh my god, people hate you.
This is less good than my other cider. I'll be honest. It's okay. It's very. Is it? Yeah. This, unlike Stuart's wine, is legitimately a pear cider. You know. Nope.
Well, Sylvia just asked me how my wine was. Well, I read the back of it and it says it has hints of chocolate and vanilla. And plum.
Hello.
I call bullshit because it tastes like fucking red wine, which is bitter and disgusting if you're not having pasta or something with it. Want some?
No. Do you want to get you some other kind of booze?
Maybe.
I thought you would like it. You like red wine. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon with a mix of Merlot.
With chocolate and vanilla hints. Bullshit.
Have you checked the legs?
The legs are shit. Anybody that does that is full of shit. We've already had this whole thing. The wine connoisseur at the top. You've already done it.
It's a schmolier. It's not a wine connoisseur. It's a schmolier. Jesus. You boys have no class. None.
No. The only class we had was in high school.
You barely went to high school classes.
Exactly.
You were dicking around with your friends in your Camaro.
Yep. True story. Judge, 1981, $5. The Admiral is right. Of course she's right. She's fucking brilliant. I love this woman.
It's true. I am a genius. There's also a $300 gaming chair in my trunk for you.
Yes,
FYI.
yes, we know.
Speaking of what you know about, the high ground, the one that I'd never seen before. One of the two I'd never seen before.
Oh, yes.
And a third one I'd barely seen. Hey, this season, Stuart, I was blessed with 3 episodes I either had never seen, had barely seen, or I'd maybe seen once, maybe. So I was really treated this season.
Yeah.
The terrorist one.
trying to remember. I know, but
Beverly, terrorist.
I know she gets blowed up. Oh, and then kidnapped, and then the artist guy draws pictures of her, and then kidnaps Picard, and they're using the fucking transporter thing that fucks with their DNA.
Yes.
That's right. It takes me forever to thumbnail.
Although Ozzy says hi to Admiral from Admiral Boy Stewart. Ozzy says hi to Admiral.
Oh, Ozzy says hi, Admiral.
Hi, Ozzy.
No, hi, Admiral. I think he wants a hi, Admiral.
Hi, Admiral from Admiral Skeleton Hands.
Oh my god, he just wants me to say it, doesn't
Say it. Say it.
Skeleton hands! I'm gonna get you with my skeleton hands.
There you go.
There you go.
Stop licking me.
Anywho.
Yes.
Yeah, this one is kind of garbage. I like the idea, the concept of terrorists using a transporter that fucks with their DNA, but I always forget it. Again, the title does not. It doesn't.
Oh, no, it's terrible.
Bring the episode to your mind. Unfortunately,
It should be called the terrorist factor, like vengeance factor.
The terrorist. Well, Luke's the last $50.
Okay,
Want to see more drunken faces? Drink up, guys. What the hell is this?
Wine.
Cotton candy rose.
Wow.
I have the coolest shit in the fridge.
With hints of candied red cherries and sugar plums. Bullshit.
Hey, try that one
This
then.
has hints
Into
of
red
chocolate.
wine.
That is a rosé. It is
Okay.
meant to be sweet.
Let me
Stuart,
finish this.
Did Sylvia drink her booze I bought her yet? Or that?
Say that again. Sorry.
Did Sylvia drink her booze that I bought her I gave you to give to her from England yet? Her gin.
Oh, the bubblegum gin. Yes.
How was it?
It's fucking amazing.
Good.
Remember we showed it for the Picard one where 709 had the green stuff with looked like the metallic in it, the drink at the end.
Yes.
Brought it down. It has the same kind of thing. When you spin it, it's got like a metallic-y look, and it
Yes.
tastes like bubblegum. It's 3 Pugs bubblegum gin, and it's blue. That's amazing. All right, hold on. I gotta
Now
get
I'm
this.
starting to feel
I'm
it.
gonna finish the sour
Stuart,
shit.
Are you feeling it yet? Because I'm starting to feel it. I'll be honest.
Oh, I think you can tell. Yes.
This escalated quickly. I'll be honest. It went from being not much, and then
Cotton
lots.
candy rose. What? I'm gonna try this cotton candy rosé wine
Ugh.
with hints of candied red cherries and sugar. What? Okay, I'm gonna read the back of this one. Sweet aromas of cotton candy, bubblegum, and red berries delight the senses, followed by delicious flavors of cherries, plums, and candied strawberries. Ooh. Try it with fresh fruit skewers or a green salad with candied nuts and a raspberry vinaigrette.
And does it taste like
That
those
sounds
things?
disgusting. I don't know yet. Hold on.
And
Hold up the bottle of bubblegum gin, says Jill. It's upstairs.
It's from England. And Adam says the captain's new brand of wine called Bullshit.
We'll go with Mr. Easy.
Yes, the captain's new brand of wine called Bullshit. That's
Ooh,
fucking fun.
and Stadio says the special transport is used in one of the novels, one of the Tide novels.
Oh, there you go.
Subspace.
All right, so we're going to try this
Yeah.
shit. Oh, I'm not doing the... Well, it's got hints
So,
of la-da-da-da.
Professional wine drinker
And
Stuart.
the legs, look at that. Oh my god, it's so fucking amazing.
It's a good impression of Sylvia.
Like, fuck.
It's that.
We went for a second one. That's pretty good.
This reminds me of something. Sweet my ass, though. It's a little bit of a bite. Tastes like a bad strawberry. You know when strawberries are just a little overripe?
Yes, the sourness, the sort of
Yeah, that's exactly what this
the
tastes
tart.
like.
It's tart.
There's no bubble gum. There's no cotton candy.
Okay,
No candied cherries.
Try drinking a swirl in your mouth. Like give it a let it absorb in your palate.
Swirl in my mouth. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm not joking. Yeah.
You
But-
miserable old
No,
curmudgeon.
Stuart, close your eyes. Close your eyes and do it. Take it seriously for 5 seconds. Right, there you go. Okay, let the bubble gum infuse into your pores and your deeps inside you, and now goes the O face. Bubblegum O face.
Still tastes like shit. No, it's good. It's just not. It's not sweet.
You super grumpy ass.
Hey,
Wait, hold on. Let Sylvia drink some. Seriously, get Sylvia to drink some. See what she tastes. See if you have the same palate.
so Samuel wants you to come and take a sip and see what you think.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
Olivia Julius, $5. Didn't take long to get cap drunk. Cap drinks. Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, hold on. Sit. There it is.
Well done, guys. You've created a good situation here.
Yes.
Hello,
You're fine.
Hello,
Samuel.
Hello.
Sorry, I was at the Metro today. Holy mother of God.
That's okay. Right, tell us, what do you taste in this?
Ooh, I like that.
But what can you taste and what can you not taste?
There's definitely the fruit and a little bit of an artificial sweetener. You can feel like the artificial taste to it. I think that's what he's not liking.
I'm going to grab that bubblegum gin.
He's going to go grab the bubblegum gin.
Would you agree this was tart and a bit sour? Or
Well, yeah, it's wine. You're expecting it to be a little bit tart.
But it said it was sweet, though.
Yeah. Okay, let's put it to you this way. You have a dry wine, right? Which is like no sugar. And then you can go with a sweet wine, like up to a number 3, like a Moscato or something like that. You're still always going to have that hint of bitter in the back end, right? That's just wine.
I would have assumed so, yeah. But Stuart's levels of need are a bit different there. Can you taste any bubblegum, or is that over-exaggerated?
I wouldn't say it's over-exaggerated, because it is a sweet wine compared probably to that red, wherever that disappeared to. I was going to say, he moved the bottle. Ooh!
He drank the
bring
bottle.
it. Bring it. Fucking bitch. I'm just going to drink the rest of this wine. I bought cheesecake for later, so we're fucking set.
I'm ordering KFC. Treat myself.
Oh, that's so greasy.
I made myself a lunch breakfast.
KFC.
I made myself a very complicated vegetable dinner with 9 vegetables all put together to be healthy.
You mean a lasagna?
No, just vegetables steamed with stuff fried and whatever.
Oh, okay.
So like 9 vegetables and cheese and stuff was great. And
most vegetables you've eaten in a whole month.
Yes, exactly. and then KFC. No, that's not what I thought you said. And then KFC will be my treat for having the good breakfast. So oh no, Judge wants you to drink more. Judge is buying you 2 more large sips.
Whoa.
Not the center of the frame.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in trouble now because I'm not in the center of the frame. So I have to have more sips of drinks.
Judge,
okay.
Judge, 2 deep sips of the bubblegum tasting wine.
We just made that a continuous 2 sips concurrently because now we're empty.
And what?
I can drink.
This is a public service for Stuart for later, I think, is what we're doing here.
Yeah, so he can stand upright still.
Well, I meant to, but...
Oh, Samuel, honey, I'm a liberated Canadian woman. I don't need any liquor to ply me up. None of that Victorian modesty translated over to this country.
Yeah, she's pretty easy without alcohol.
But she's a pure princess.
A princess? I don't think a princess would be the term I would use.
So what do you think of the high ground, Sylvia? Season 3, episode 12, the terrorist squad.
For some reason, that officer always reminds me of a different actress. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it. It drives me absolutely fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
I understand. The high ground, actually, funny enough, with shit that is going on in today's day and age, I feel like this is more real.
Which it wasn't at the time. We reviewed this without that shit. Like, just before. Yeah.
No, I know. The only real big issue where, people were kind of fighting for freedom, the big one that's been going on for a while, at that time, because this came out, season 3, so this would be in 1990, you're looking at the Balkans, and you're looking at the Middle East, Palestine and everything, and then you're looking at the Balkan regions, the former Yugoslavia, for independence. Chechnya came later from the Russian state. But yeah, right now, especially in America, where I feel like they need to absorb some of this. And now I'm not talking about the general population, because usually the general population is fine. It's usually the people in power when shit goes sideways are the ones that are causing the boat to turn, right? Like, who's steering the ship, people? But I think more people should watch this episode.
Yeah, I liked it. I know Stuart didn't, but I thought it was my first time watching it, really. I thought it was rather well done. Yeah, rather balanced.
That's R2-D2.
He's ever far away. Yes.
What's the next episode, anyway?
Q. Deja Q.
Oh, I love Deja Q. What are you talking about, man? The whole thing with Guinan? Best thing ever. I feel like there should be more fork stabbing.
He's afraid of Guinan. What does that say about Guinan, then? He's afraid of
I don't know necessarily if it's Guinan or just in general who Guinan, like her people and everything, but there's something.
Samuel didn't like the fork stabbing. He thought it was excessively mean.
Yes, because
Why?
if you watch the scene, he's being fine, and she comes in is vicious, and because there's no setup to it, it just makes her seem like a mean person. Because there's nothing there, and he's pleasant about it.
Have you ever been tormented as a child?
But we have
by somebody?
No, that doesn't work because Guinan, he's afraid of Guinan, and therefore you can't say he tormented her for years. If he's visibly afraid of her, and he's a godlike being, she's not a godlike being, so to say he tormented her, that made her want to hurt him, even though he's afraid of her, those things don't line up, and therefore...
Before he lost his... Now, how do you know if he was afraid of her before he lost his powers? Yeah, maybe she's on a defensive maneuver, like a praying mantis. So how do you know that because now she knows that, like, okay, really you don't have powers? Is this just another bullshit mind trick? Because I know the kind of bullshit you pull. Look, that little static energy cloud came after Q the moment he also found out. So you got to think how many people he tortured. And yeah, I would be pissed. If someone kept bothering me and torturing me, I want to be 100% sure this is not another trick. And we all know that Q is an equivalency to Loki.
The problem is we like Guinan, and...
Yes.
Being violent is not necessarily an answer to things, especially in a Star Trek world.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I feel, though, the little bit of violence that does kind of get, like, slid in there makes it more accessible to the humans of today. Unfortunately, we have a little bit of violence. Actually, we were watching Stargate. Are you so proud?
I'm watching all the Stargate finally.
But
Woohoo!
Did he watch it just for the tits? Because I'm sure you mentioned him. There were tits in the first one. Never again.
He's known that for he's known that for a while.
Okay. Well, I've told him that Stuart has to come in and do a retrospective. Once you finish season 1, we'll come and do a live about it because that would be fun to like talk to him about.
Deal.
Yeah.
But we were having an episode where it was Sam and she had to get her old, crazy God-thinking ex-fiance back through the gate.
Yep.
And he looked at me, and there was this scene where Sam's got a gun on him, and then she eventually just kind of gives up. And he looks at me, he goes, "Would you shoot me?" I'm like,
"No, I told you you'd shoot me."
Oh, yeah. Stuart just looked at me, goes, "You'd shoot me." I'm like, "Yep. If you came near that gun and I was worried about losing my upper hand, I'd shoot you in the leg. I'd cripple you, and then drag your ass through the gate."
Yeah. There's not many downsides there, is there?
But that's a logical thing. That's a logical thing that I'm doing. I have to save the situation and a little bit of pain for long-term gain. You see what I mean? So, again, I don't think Guinan was necessarily had the upper hand against Q before. I think she saw her opportunity, and she's like, "Look, if you don't have powers, I want to test this." Now, she could have slapped him, right? She could have pinched him. But if someone had tormented me for years, and remember how old she is, I'd stab him with a motherfucking fork, too.
The problem is, that was a military woman, a military situation with a military person.
She's not military. She's a goddamn bartender.
No. Sam Carter. That situation, everything was military, is different. Guinan is the nice bartender lady who is not vicious, who, when the Borg came back knocking, she was like, they killed 10 billion of people. Yeah. Wow, that's her reaction to that. Yeah. But things, we have no evidence that they tormented her. I mean, if they'd said that, sure. But the first time they'd interacted, she was like, "Ugh, this woman, she's awful."
Yeah, because maybe he doesn't like the way that she reacts to his torment. And really, if you look at every incident where Q deals with what he calls a lower life form, is he 100% genuine with them? Or does he like to kind of play around like they're a little tiny animal?
Oh, by guaranteed. But like I said, they didn't set up that she ever played together.
Again, look at the first time you ever met Cisco, right? Like, you hit me. Picard never hit me. Well, I'm not Picard. No, you're more easier, right? And that right there, he got a smile on his face. He realized, I can piss you off. I like that, right? So that's that whole, he's got that kind of equivalency to Loki, where he's not evil, quote unquote. He's just bored, and he's omnipotent.
I mean, well, and in that situation, I mean, how often do we, if we were to, so on a wet night and we walk through our gardens, how many times have we accidentally stood on a snail and not thought, oh, that sucks, moved on. Okay, we didn't mean to, but they were a lower life form, and we're this high life form. We don't really, oh dear. I mean, to him, of course Picard doesn't matter. Why would he? He's literally a nothing being that lives for no time, when Q lives in all time, in all places. It means nothing. It only is giving extra credence to the fact that I might as well play with the young ones because they have more original thought. It's hard to really relate to being that powerful.
But could you imagine being that omnipotent, that old age?
No.
You get bored.
Yes.
I get bored on a vacation, and it's only a week. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's why, and this is a real question though. He's obviously all powerful in quotes, but I don't think, and I don't know if you would agree, that he's not living in all time. He's actually living in a relatively linear time, and therefore, yes, he gets bored, but he's still living in time. Like, he's not living through all moments of all eternity, otherwise the judging thing wouldn't make sense either. He's still sort of living conventional time, just with all power.
No, he's definitely not, like, living above all the different timelines. He is living in a specific timeline when he's in there. And again, like I said, after so many years and so many decades, I'd be bored too. I would be like, you know what? I'm going to go back to like when the universe was still created and watch some stuff go down. Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing. So like I said, if I was Guinan and this trickster god-like creature was saying, I don't have no powers, I'd be like, I'm thinking you're playing a joke on me and you're going to do something stupid again. So yeah, I'd stab him with a fork too.
I guess I'm just nicer than you then.
Oh, fuck yeah, honey. It's that British sensibility and everything like that. Right? They always say us Canadians are so polite.
See,
we'll put your face in a snowbank.
You stab him with a knife, I'd poke him with a spoon. There you go.
If you get somebody in the eyeball with the spoon, that can be pretty bad. See? I'm just saying.
Have you got more? Have you got more alcohol because you're being forced to join this crusade of? Well, you need to get some right now.
Hang on. Oh wait, I found a bottle.
I haven't told you who's making you drink, but okay. Olivia Julius, Admiral Drinks.
Oh, okay.
Captain, you're welcome. And that thing you can't find has joined the rank of Captain. Woo! Dun, 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 dun. So I have to salute you, but Sylvia can look down on you still because she's spent several years out.
I'm thinking I'm just gonna take over as being the commandant. I think it's just easier.
You should become like Clancy and Picard, just head of Starfleet. Just do
sheer
a coup,
fucking
coup.
Hubris.
There you go.
Okay, I gotta let Stuart come back and sit down.
Well, I think you need to have 2 more drinks because Fleet Poise put $15 in, and that is pretty generous.
Hey, hang on.
Oh no, I think this is good for you. Drunk episode synopsis. You have to give us the synopsis for Deja Q, the Q one. How would you summarize this episode as drunk as possible? And that'll be your
that's
swan
gonna take
song
that's gonna take a long time for me to get drunk. Okay.
Well, yes.
So Deja Q. So Q shows up on the bridge, finds out he's lost his powers because the Q Continuum is upset with him for being a douche and playing around with other species that he shouldn't have. All while a moon is falling out of its orbit, right? Oh, are you kidding me? I'm the one that can name an episode in 5 seconds and know the A and B plot in 6 seconds. It's true. So now Q is kind of going around and realizing that he is not super powerful, but he is able to help out, Data being his guide to humanity, kind of the blind leading the blind, wouldn't you say? And then Q realizes after Data made a sacrifice for him for saving him from, the static electricity, because someone didn't use a dryer sheet, Q decides to also perform the act of self-sacrifice and take off in a shuttlecraft. And of course, the Enterprise bridge is annoyed because it's like, God damn it. It's like a teenager. You just want to smack on the ground. And then the other Qs show up and they're like, oh, you did this whole thing of self-sacrifice and now we got to let you back in. So then Q's all excited again. And then Q shows back up with powers because they can't get the moon back out of orbit. I'm still saying that's the B plot, still underlying. It's there. Shows back up, wants to thank everybody, which is ridiculous. There's lots of women with scantily clad outfits inside boob. Remember? The sombreros, the mariachi band. Okay. Then he wants to give Data a gift. Data doesn't want to be human. Q doesn't want to curse him with that, yada, yada, yada. But then the moon is also then put back into standard orbit, right? And it was funny because Q understood the principles on why the moon fell out of orbit, a random
change the gravitational constant
of the universe. Yeah, exactly. Scotty would just look at him and laugh. But you cannot change the laws of physics there, you bloody moron. And then we get the best laughing Data scene in all of the Star Trek annals as his gift. So it was well-rounded. The A and the B plot did actually intermingle quite well together. And I like how Q had to kind of start behaving himself a little bit because nobody liked him. And he realized that, oh, wait, the only reason why people are nice to me is because I can, you know what I mean? So there you go. Synopsis.
And I think Ian Warrender wants you to also promote the Fleetyards Facebook page before you go. So give out a shout out.
Trekyards
On Facebook.
on Facebook.
Back to Stuart.
Go check it out.
The other Foley.
I love how people can still consider me a Foley.
Well,
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Isn't he a Gotovac then?
Sure.
yeah, go to Lee. Go to Lee. We're going to change
No, Foldovac.
Full-of-vac, that's right.
Stop licking me, dog.
Full of shit. What?
Full of shit. Ah, you bichka. Pizda matana. Hey, you benti isusa.
Oh my god.
No, I really hope that Bosnian isn't watching.
Oh, he probably is.
Oh.
Hi guys, I'm back. How's it going? You had an intermission from the captain. Have you read all the super chats there, my friend?
I did, but you should also as well. From Olivia Julius, the Admiral Drinks. Just to reiterate and so that you know.
Before that, though, Jill asked for the 3 Pugs bubblegum gin. There it is. And watch as we swirl it around.
You know, I didn't even look at the bottle really when I got it for you.
Look, it's got that swirl.
Damn, that's cool.
It's good too. It tastes exactly like bubblegum. It's good shit.
It was expensive, so it makes sense. Olivia Julius, Admiral Drinks.
Where are we? Sorry?
Olivia Julius, Admiral Drinks. Go. We'll just burn through them again. Because everyone likes to hear you say them.
Sorry.
Judge here.
Admiral Drinks, Captain, you're welcome.
No, Judge 1981 says $5. Admiral is right. Luke says, puts in $50. Holy shit. Want to see more drunken faces? Drink up, guys. Olivia Julius, $5. Didn't take long for Cap to get drunk. Cap drink. Judge 1981, $10. Admiral, please drink. Olivia Julius, $5. Admiral drinks. Captain, you're welcome. Thank you very much, Olivia. I appreciate that. It'll come in handy later this evening.
That's what I said.
That thing you can't find has joined the channel at the rank of Captain. Welcome, Captain. It's good to see you, sir.
Very good.
Fleet Paw Swiftback, $15. Drunk episode synopsis, Deja Q, everyone. If you need more drinks to do it, then drink up.
And Sylvia did that, so that's ticked off. She did good.
Craig.
Way too detailed for us. Makes us look bad.
Well, she tends to do that.
What did I do?
You made us look bad by your synopsis.
Why? Because my synopsis is so freaking awesome?
Yep.
Yes, exactly. Good summary.
Craig.
Stuart, she fucking summarised the reason we hate her for the synopsis so well. God damn it.
I know. Craig, S23, 10 pounds.
Thank you.
Was that Chateau Picard you were drinking, Captain? I drank that for our Picard season wrap-up.
It was good.
I still have a little bit of it left in the bottom of the bottle, actually.
Remember you liked it.
But yes. The latest vintage of Picard had a similar reaction with me, too. The 87 Picard was a much finer vintage. P.S. Wine's ick. Here's for something sweeter. Yeah, I have actually some coolers in the fridge. I should probably go grab them.
freezy drink, alcohol freezies.
Oh, yeah, the alcoholic freezies. Oh, my God.
Let me go get you the command.
No, I'm good right now, thanks. Ian Warrender, 20 pounds. Thank you very much. Any chance of giving the Facebook Fleetyards group a little bit of publicity while you're taking shots? Yeah, I think she already did, but Fleetyards for the win. I need to have some more wine because she's...
And guys, we did just have a Fleetyards episode. Surprise! Out of the blue.
There's a Fleetyards episode today?
No, 2 weeks ago. The Alkesh mid-range bomber, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yes. That
was rather good.
Today's the Cerritos.
Yep, we'll talk about it in 1 second. So the Alkesh was good because it was the original 3D model, great original scale. Stuart had some good learned stuff there because he didn't know much about the Alkesh, but now he's obviously seeing Stargate, you'll see it before too long. That was really fun to make, actually. And we've got some great comments already. And yes, what was today's episode, Stuart? Because that did come out. We're at 1,200 views.
I still haven't shared it yet, but yes, we have the USS Cerritos where we make a 3D model of it. Our
Barry
expert,
did. Barry Chapman.
our great 3D modeler Barry Chapman did, and we also added some Samuel's tweaks to make it more canon-ish. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's actually a very good episode, and I'm very proud of this one. So I actually like the Cerritos. Like I said, the more I see it, the more it grows on me, like a fungus.
I mean, the fact is, we aren't either of us stuck to one opinion, and we're not going to bash just for the sake of it ever. No. And so a lot of people give negativity, but I see so much behind this design, and obviously I made a slightly potentially improved version, but go overlook it. It was a fun one. It's exactly 20 minutes. Wow, that's an episode. That's kind of cool. Thank you, Ian. There you go, Fleetyards.
Stelio says, watched it. There is an photo error at 4 minutes in. Oh, Samuel. He's a bad boy.
Okay.
Photo error.
4 minutes.
He's going to go watch it right now. You know that, right? Why'd you have to do it? Okay. We're not going to finish this fucking season because...
Yes, there is. That's weird.
Okay. What'd you do? Was it bigger than the frame?
I must not have extended the that clip to the full frame. To the full.
See, this is what happens when I don't review his stuff. I used to do it all the time.
You haven't
for the first
years, Stuart.
I know. For the first 2-3 years, I was checking everything, and then I don't fucking care anymore.
But High Ground, I quite liked this one. I thought it was actually rather intelligent. It was interesting. Both sides were well represented. Both surprisingly well represented. Beverly gets some good stuff to do, but not too much. Transporter is interesting. Riker's good. I thought this was a pretty good, memorable, wow, this was a topic maturely done, and only Star Trek can do the sort of mature level. Well on them.
We still on the high ground?
I never give my opinions, but now we're on Deja Q.
Nobody cares though.
I know, but now on Deja Q. What do you think, Deja Q?
Deja Q is a fun episode, especially looking back and seeing more appearances of Q. It is a fun episode for sure, and I love how Q's the force that kind of keeps all of TNG together. He's always popping up, and he begins and ends the series, so he's quite important. And it's a fantastic episode. I love the fact that, as Sylvia said, the blind leading the blind with him using data as his teach him about humanity. It's great. It's a fun episode, and I love the way it ends. Yes, the cigars and attractive women, and I could do without the mariachi band, honestly.
No, mariachi bands is fun. It's like Bhangra dancing.
No.
Yes.
No.
Even you started dancing when I was starting to play Bhangra.
Nope, shut up.
Oh, you were dancing in the kitchen.
I don't dance.
You were dancing in the kitchen, bitch.
Well, I remember this
Bhangra music from...
So this episode is brilliant, but the problem is it completely relies on John Delancey's performance. And if you remember, I noted that most of it is just long, unedited scenes of John Delancey talking. And that's it. That's all the episode is, just him talking. There's nothing else. A little bit with Data and the aliens, but 60%. So in that way, yes. But as an episode of TV, it's very unbalanced because it's just John Delancey being left to do his thing. That said, it's probably his best episode because he's really interesting. He has so much to do, has so much development. But it's just John Delancey talking in scenes with people. That's all this episode is. That's it. That's it.
But it works. It's a good episode.
It does. I just wish it was more, but what you get is great. Which I think is a fair comment. Just could have more story, but what a cool story. And I like like so I said, the change the universe constants. That's a great idea, which they did in essence.
Fleet Pass Swiftback, $20. Sam is losing his drunkenness. He needs to drink more. Hashtag Sam drink.
I'm not there.
By the way, boys, y'all are awesome, amazing, and the best feckin' Star Trek channel on YouTube, hands down. Hashtag Drunkyards. Oh, and by the way, guys, I want you to give a big round of applause to the Admiral for joining us. She was awesome. Put up that shit.
She was. She always jumps in with
Never forget what you get as a reward.
What? She always jumps in with unique advice, no thoughts. Sure, matter of perspective. I'll go first. This one I thought was really rather good, but we both remembered more in it than we got. But as a conceptual piece, it's really, really well done. Great acting. To see them act 3 different versions or 4 of the same thing is really, really fun. It's a good mystery story. It's a great use of holodecks and good acting, but it needed one more go around because otherwise it was a bit too obvious. You never get the sense it was really Riker at fault, and that's a limitation of TNG. You couldn't have the characters be bad, and therefore it's a bit flat in that respect. It's like you killed him, even though we saw you at the time. We saw the murderer, and we saw you didn't do it, but you killed him. Let's have suspense. You're like, there is no suspense, but it's written well and it's acted well, but loses that suspense.
Yeah, the suspense would have been better if it was another department head from the Enterprise that we don't know, but everybody on the crew respects, and you don't know sure if you actually did it. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, what if this had been after Barclay? It's been Barclay's second appearance.
Yeah, that'd been great. That would have been fantastic. I love these kind of stories where you hear the court dramas and stuff where you hear the same events from different people's perspectives and how that changes. And yes, the use of the holodeck in this one was very well done. This was just a fun episode, kind of a murder mystery whodunit. And, Captain Picard, again, doing his lawyer shtick, like in Measure of a Man. Also his Dixon Hill kind of stuff, even though not really. He doesn't do much investigating in this one. But it's a fantastic episode. It wraps up rather quickly. But the mystery of the bulkheads that are melting or being affected by the thing, I had forgotten about. But yeah, it's because they replicated it on the holodeck, and the thing on the planet was still doing its thing. So a great episode and very fun. I do like this episode for multiple reasons. So yes,
it's also a great bottle show. We have to build one more set, but in reality, we get to use it in so many different ways. No, I think this is underappreciated. It's not action filled, it's not set filled, but as a piece of drama, it's really good. Would you agree? Underappreciated?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a guilty pleasure one. It's like when it's on TV, I'll watch the shit.
Yeah.
Because I do like the different perspectives. So.
Although I think we both thought that Geordie should have been more. Yeah,
yes.
That was it. That was the last Geordie's perspective, because he had an opinion at the start. Where was that? And the fact that we never really know, because they're so different. We see in the thumbnail, Riker, the woman, and the man's perspective. Where was the truth? They can't all be real. They can't.
Well, the truth is somewhere in the middle, as they always say, right? So
yeah. But it's like if you have three versions of you either beat up the Doctor beats up you, or you accidentally almost get beat up by the Doctor. They can't all, yeah, really good episode. This is very Star Trek as a concept. It wasn't utilizing the trickiness in terms of universe as much. Like if they'd been Andorians or whatever, or Vulcans, whatever, or like any sort of existent species, but in terms of the characters. And then how Picard is like, you're not having my bloody first in command, second in command, but also don't come talk to me, Riker, because I don't want to hear from you, because I can't yet. Good balance of things. Speaking of balance, yesterday's motherfucking Enterprise. Do you remember the bit we did, guys? That was fun. That was I gave you 18 minutes warning that the bit was going to be a bit.
Yeah, I got up on my lights now. Hold on.
Yeah.
No, yesterday's Enterprise, one of the best in all of Star Trek history, not just TNG. It is a standout
Star Trek
episode.
History as well. It gives you Star Trek history.
Yeah, definitely top 5 of all of Star Trek. Fantastic. Bringing back Tasha Yar's great. Whoopi's in it. We get to see an altered bridge, which I love. I love the different takes on the bridges, and I love the ones with the panels on the side. I love more LCARs. As you guys know, I'm an LCARs junkie. So I love that kind of thing. And just learning about the Enterprise C. I'm glad that it's Rick Sternbach's version. As much as I like Andrew Probert's, it's a little bit too... What's the word I want to use? A little bit too... No, a little bit too flamboyant, maybe. From certain angles, it just doesn't quite work. Rick's is very much balanced. Feels like a different take on TOS style. You got the round saucer, you got the more cylindrical nacelles. It just feels like an updated TOS design, and it's great. It's more battleship. That being said, I never really liked the Ambassador until I built the model. And now I think it's one of my favorite designs in all of Trek. So I do like Andrews, don't get me wrong, but from certain angles, it just doesn't hold up. Whereas Rick's looks great from... It's just a fantastic design. So love this episode. And we got Castile, Shooter McGavin. As a good guy, not a douche for a change.
Although you know what's bugging me about this thumbnail, this view, is that the phaser strips, why are they on the underbit when they could be on the saucer where there's no detail? It's so much
because you got better
saucer.
firing arcs where they are on the dome part. If they were on the flat surface, they'd have less firing range. Ha!
Sure.
Reason.
But that also does feel a bit like lack of stuff. Oddly. But I mean, so does the TOS Connie. There's nothing there, so...
All right. Well, we got a super chat from Dimas Alves, $20. Oh my god! Take a shot of my favorite TNG episode. Can we have a moment of silence for the Honorable Captain Rachel Garrett and the rocky shrapnel that killed her? Just kidding. Have fun, gentlemen.
You, Rachel, Miss Garrett.
Moment of silence. Folded with winning hand, puts in $2. Prune juice, a warrior's drink. I don't have any prune juice. Otherwise, I would drink it.
Cherry juice.
But yes, I introduced the prune juice thing. This was like Worf's only thing. And I'm glad for this episode that they did not have Worf be the commander of one of the Klingon ships, because that would have been fucking stupid.
Yeah, that was a fan suggestion, which we were not keen on.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, a little bit contrived. Now this one is royalty. It's Trek royalty, because it's one of those ones where I don't know, but my guess is it probably was also written in a hurry, because just like Wrath of Khan and All Good Things, they had less time, but end up being like just magic.
That's what make it work. If you have too much time, you fuck things up.
This was lightning in a bottle. No, it is tremendous, and for us as Trekyards, it also factors in. We both like Measure of Man a lot, but it's a show. It's a legal show. This one has literally a new ship, which is rare in TNG. Has Birds of Prey.
New Enterprise,
yeah. Has a kitbash bridge, which I was thoroughly underwhelmed with this time around. I remember always being quite, it's an Enterprise Sea bridge, but really it's a shitty kitbash of the last one we saw. But whatever, yeah, it's fine. They did the exterior, so I'll give them enough credit. The uniforms, the way Castile is, the small details of all of their uniform rank insignia being like skewed and damaged until a certain point, like lovely.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I compared to Best of Both Worlds, where there's so few little details because they had so much to do in the time. This one is filled with tiny details you just don't notice because they're, yeah.
And the first introduction of the comm badge, which is this style. Wrath of Khan style, which happens once in the episode, and Castile isn't wearing a goddamn comm badge. Nobody is, except for Captain Richard Garrett, during the whole episode, which is weird. And then he gets it after she dies,
which we never noticed.
Uses it as a comm badge. So the Wrath of Khan style badge is the first official comm badge, even though in Wrath of Khan it wasn't, obviously.
Yes.
But eventually it got refitted into one. So there you go.
This is quite a long time from Wrath of Khan, but isn't that amazing? We've never noticed they weren't wearing comm badges. Like, we would have a whole discussion about the uniforms, what it didn't have. Comm badges!
There's no collar, there's no belt. There's no goddamn comm badge either. We didn't notice.
Insignia badge, yeah. Very weird. But I mean, this episode is, and oh, sorry, go.
I was gonna say, Squadron Course, $10. Have a drink to down that shot. See, I'm using a loophole. That means I can have water. And Olivia Julius throws in $5. The captain isn't drunk yet. Captain. Oh, bullshit.
I think you guys are both going to enjoy the rest of this live because we still have 9 to do.
Yeah, and I only have about half an hour because I got shit to do today.
Hi, Donnie. And also
maybe an hour. Maybe an hour. I can maybe stretch it. But
this is also Denise's best performance, and she is excellent at it.
Yes.
There isn't anything bad about this one. Apart from the end battle is severely a bit shit. It's not well done. It doesn't work really. But I mean, that's just budget. It's just budget. You know, the amount of. I mean, they didn't have to change the bridge. The time they put into that, they could have done to the battle. But it's better as the bridge. You know.
Kind of a realistic battle, though. They're just covering the Enterprise C while it gets back into the rift. It's got to do its thing. It wants to save its firepower for the other side. The Enterprise D is just kind of doing the blocking maneuver. I love that it's more realistic as a battle. It's not like ducking and diving and woo. You know, they don't need that shit.
But you're saying it's realistic. One phaser beam can take out a cavort.
Yes, because reasons.
I mean that sort of way.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But no, brilliant. I mean, I think, Stuart, it's probably fair to say this is our top of the season.
Yes.
And top of all 3 seasons so far. Better than Measure of Man. Oh no,
in a different way, yes.
Yeah,
in a different way, yes.
Yeah.
As a more Star Trek episode, yes.
Yeah, well, it's crucial to the universe.
As far as writing and moral dilemma and like humanity goes, I mean, Measure Man holds its own as a drama against a lot of other shows and ideas. It's a fantastically well-written and well-executed piece on its own. But this is more Star Trek.
But, okay, yes, in the moral dilemma way. But if you take out moral, this is still expertly written, expert drama, because it's such a heartfelt story. I think this is, okay, if you take the morals out.
Nicholas Davies, $20. Hi, guys. Happy Saturday. Let's do Drunkyards. Woohoo!
Thank you, Nicholas. That means I have to put more vodka in my cup.
She might drink.
There is a point in these lives where you'll think, why are we doing this? As the booze starts to mount up and the face starts to flush and the eyes start to blur and the steward starts to say things that are ridiculous.
My son's coming over at just before 4 o'clock. That's why I kind of have a time limit on this. Because he just got a job with the municipality, with the government. He's going to be making like almost $30 an hour as a what? Municipal enforcement officer. So we're very proud of him. And, yeah, I forgot we had scheduled him coming over for like cheesecake and just kind of hang out today. So that's kind of why there's a time limit on this, unfortunately. So I have that to do, and then after that we have to go make supper. And after that I have to do goddamn Dungeons and Dragons. I got a busy day today, and I'm gonna be drunk for Dungeons and Dragons, which will be fun.
What I'm hearing is that as soon as Thomas walks in, you have to say, "Hello, son. I'm drunk. Here is a bottle. You have to catch up." He's like, "What?" And you just hand him a really big bottle of vodka and something and say, "I like to drink with Thomas because Thomas is my son. If he's not drunk as me, then he's a piece of poop." 7, 6, 5. Not sure I was going with that.
That's great. That's a great song. I like that.
Speaking of great songs, The Offspring.
Oh, God. Yes.
Great
one that
song
should have been
of
brought up
fatherhood.
and mentioned ad nauseum in Picard, not mentioned once.
It's sad, isn't it?
What, Data had a daughter? No. Get the fuck out of town.
And it's funny because Michael Chabon mentioned the Defector as a, nah, guys, I know that happened, but ignore it. He didn't mention LOL, which happened 2 episodes apart, pretty much.
Olivia Julius, $5. If you pass out, please keep your webcam on so we can watch you in your drunken slumber. Hashtag cap drink. Oh, I need more because it's empty. Oh my God, this bottle's half gone already. It's a new bottle too. Oh, it's stuck on Samuel's like drunk face. That's not good.
That's better probably than his orgasm face.
We already had that conversation.
I'm gonna miss all the good shit. Because I have to go to Metro and pick up a damn chair for you.
Right. Samuel.
What?
Samuel. Are you there?
I'm not frozen on my end, just on your end.
You're frozen with your tongue sticking out. It's kind of provocative. Anywho.
Well, you know me.
Half a bottle gone on this one, and the other one's like the quarter gone. So, do more of this one. I hate you all.
I mean, that's what we say. It's not up to us what we drink. It's not up to us.
Oh, God, look at this. Look at this shit. Bastards. Area 51. Okay, small suggestion. Here on this screen cap, cut out the 2/3 of the left and just leave the lower right-hand corner. Ah, yes, I agree. I'm not in control of the thumbnail. Samuel, please zoom in on quadrant 0.75 of the thumbnail. No, please. It's been requested from Area 51. Come on.
Can I? Oh, I can copy and paste. Okay. Wait, was that going to work?
You goddamn well better.
No, I can't.
You're still frozen on my screen, just so you know. So all I see is this. Ah, God, you're back. Oh, shit. Don't do that.
You missed me so much.
I missed you with every bullet so far, yes.
I've always liked that joke, even though it's incredibly mean. Think about it.
Well, it's for your ex. Yeah, I miss my ex.
But it's also not very Canadian of you, you know?
Not very Canadian. You don't know Canadians very well.
Why isn't... Oh,
We're very polite until you piss us off. Yeah, Sylvia's good.
There we go. Offspring. This one... What did I think about this one, Stuart? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
That's not a good sign, is it, really?
No. It's a good one. I wish it would have tied into Picard a little bit more.
But that's
it was the perfect opportunity.
Oh, internet. Stop, Dan. Roy drinking. Brian, Roy drinking. What do you want? Yes, Shannon Nash absolutely was. Dan, why'd you hate it? That's not good.
What? What did you hear? What's the last thing you heard?
Nothing. This one is not memorable, maybe.
Oh, I said this one should have tied in super well with Picard, and yet didn't. It's like, what? They had a daughter? We didn't.
Oh, internet. And yet you guys keep adding additional super chats, which is great. Thank you. You guys know we rely on these things, and 2 channel members this week was today, which is awesome. Thank you guys. This is going well. Thank you, everyone. We always appreciate these. We hope we do you guys justice. Season 4. That's a lot of the way through TNG, isn't it? We hope you. Oh, hello, he's back.
What was the last thing you heard?
Hi, I'm Captain Foley. Welcome to Trekyards. This week we're doing
for fuck's sake.
Offspring. I zoned out, and then you were talking, and you weren't talking anymore. Yeah.
I was saying, Data had a daughter? Oh, well, we don't know because we've never watched any Star Trek. Hi, I'm Alex Kurtzman. I'm the biggest douche in the galaxy. How are you today? Jesus. You have a franchise you want ruined? By all means, drop it in my lap. Ugh, dickhead.
So you like this one then, basically, Stuart?
I like this one.
But also, I know it's important, but for some reason it doesn't bring me much memory. I know it's the LOL story, but
Wow.
Sorry.
LOL. She's not a laugh out loud. She's a loud.
I remember the one walk around scene where she talks to Data. She goes out of her chamber, around the entire room, into her chamber, which I thought was great. That was funny. Mm-hmm. But now I don't know what I said about it, honestly, at the time, which is weird. I don't remember what I thought about it. I remember I thought that Lal's acting was too wooden. I know intentionally,
like
but
Pinocchio.
Yeah. No. Hey. Sure. Yeah. They didn't do the episode any justice to the last scene. Riker's bit was great, but yeah, that's weird. I'm gonna move on because I don't remember enough.
Let's move on. Let's start getting this wrapped up. Jesus Christ.
Sins of the Father, one I quite like.
Yeah, I was a little more involved than I remember, but we get the interest of Kern. Oh my god, it's Kern. He shows up, and we get the whole Worf's dad is being framed for the attack of the Kittimer outposts, and Duras are a bunch of dicks, and there's a fat old Kempek, and he's still fat. It's a great episode. It went a little too much in depth from what I remember. I didn't remember this one kind of being the first, like, hey, you're the arbiter of whatever the fuck you are, Succession or whatever, with Picard. I thought that was later, but it was this one. And it's a fun episode. It gets really into the Klingon lore. And again, Jeremy, or whatever his name is, from the Bonding isn't affected by this, even though he's a part of the House of Moog. But whatever. Holy shit, we got some super chats that I missed. Fleet Paw Swift back $2. Laughing my ass off. Marina must have been cold. Hashtag Sam drink. Hey, nothing wrong with being cold. Olivia Julius, $5. Captain is drunk. Hashtag Sam drink. Sam. Yeah, drink. That's that thing you can't find. That's a cool view. That's my drunk goggles. You look good. Woohoo. Someone to wake up with you in the morning. The thing you can't find, $10. Both of you take a sip. Captain Foley's new catchphrase. What was the last thing you heard? Yeah, unfortunate, fuckingly. Folded with winning hand, $2. Lau was one of the 5 queens of hearts in Data's poker hand, and that was never fucking explained. Yes.
That season was not great.
No. Barrett Umi puts in $20. Take a shot from the counselor because you need it.
Barrett, you, sir.
All right, Dick.
A wonderful big dick, but a dick.
There is a sound bite. Somebody clip that. A wonderful big dick. Samuel said it.
My
a wonderful big dick.
Sins of Father, I like this one a lot. It's really interesting. I think it should have been 2 episodes. One with Kern as... This is a genuine 2-part. It should have been. First episode, Kern being on the ship. Give us that fun experience. Then second part, Worf and...
Bye, Jill. Jill's leaving. Sorry.
Hope you had fun, Jill. It's good to see you as always. But it's great. It's great to see Klingon culture. It's great to go to Kronos. That is a big deal. Well, they didn't mention Kronos. They Klingon homeworld, which is weird, but fine. I love the scene in the conference room where they take out the chairs of the seat of the table and it's having dinner and they're like, "How are you finding it here, Kern?" It's like, "Well, I would have killed Riker about an hour ago if I was on a Klingon ship." Ah ha ha ha! I was like,
for questioning my command, yeah.
And that would, really funny scenes. And Mike, but I also regret, like I say, one part where Tony Todd was only allowed to be Kern for a bit. That said, great story with Duras, great texture, funny redress of the Enterprise corridor set from one episode into the Klingon set, fine, whatever. And Picard steps up in a great way, really good episode. And as a really bold, we're back into Klingon culture, bold. And Michael Dorn, he's not given necessarily too much to do often, but when he's given the stuff and he's given he can do it, and he can run this entire episode as a real legend. So well done, Michael Dorn. But then we have Allegiance. I'll go on this one. As you know, again, one of the ones I always liked. This one I saw for the first time 5 or 6 years ago. It was one I just missed again. I've always enjoyed this one. It's a really interesting episode, very Star Trek. Great performance by all these 4 actors in this room, which are very different. Not just great, incredible makeup. Really, really holds up beautifully. Wonderful Picard moments as fake Picard on the Enterprise. I believe this is the one they are almost flying to the sun. There's quite a few. It's not really Picard episodes, so it's
Pulsar.
Okay, it's hard to remember.
It's radiation, yeah.
Okay. But I gave a look and they put him in a force field is stupid because there's no way they could take one look as force field. But it works fine. They're also the future, so that's fine, different things. But I think this is a really good episode, actually. Underrated as all hell. Might just because it works to me, but I think it's just very well written, very well acted, very well whatever, and yeah, I think it's really good.
I like this one a lot more than I do. I don't mind this one. It's pretty interesting, but yeah, I mean, the Picard moments where it's not Picard are actually great. I love the way he interacts with Beverly. I love the friendliness he's got down in 10 forward. It's more of this is what I'd want my captain to be like. Not the stodgy old asshole that just ignores you and has his first officer deal with you. I like the Picard that's the replicant. Well, essentially.
It's also a meta sequel to the last one, season 1, where he was taken over by the energy being, where everyone guessed that he was the alien. This is it's a great little sequel to that. It's very clever. Sorry, keep going.
Holy shit. All right, hold on. We got some super chats. Olivia Julius, $5. You two get Goffy drunk, whatever the hell that means. # Foley drink. Hey, Olivia, I hate you so much. But in the best way. Area 51, $5. Trekyards, merch ideas, t-shirt with Samuel shrugging that reads, "It's a bit shit." And it's sleek on the back. Yes, I like it. Fleetboss Swiftback, $2. A wonderful big Richard Sam 2020 # Sam drinks. And Nicholas Davies, $5. Captain Foley edging stories and Commander Cocking's big package stories. See, you were there last night, weren't you? Oh my god. Knew I shouldn't have said that. That's okay. Cheers.
Where were you last night?
I was doing a live last night, my dear.
What?
Huh?
What did you say?
Nothing.
You totally said something stupid, didn't you?
Hold on, I'll put mute on here.
I'm going to have to watch it, aren't I, just to work out what he said. Oh, dear. This is going to be terrible.
I'm back now. Woo! I just explained my edging joke to Sylvia from last night. So,
Not that funny.
hey, people enjoyed it. People enjoyed it.
Yes, okay, Sylvia's reaction made that worthwhile.
As that usually
And then,
the case.
Captain's Holiday, the one where we see the captain's package and his many chest hairs. We do
And we get the introduction to Vosh. I remember not liking Vosh later in the season or the series. I forgot how good she was in this episode. She's actually kind of adorable and cute in this one. Later, I don't know, something about her she loses my interest after a while.
Well, she's lightning a bottle, but then you try and do lightning a bottle again, you're forcing it.
Yeah. And forcing it's not good. Trust me. People will back me up on that. Anywho, yeah. Rom, the character that plays Rom as Ferengi, and the Ox Utat. There's a lot of problems with this episode. It's fun, but they're time travelers. Just go back 10 more minutes. Or anywho, so I feel like this is a recursive like time loop for these travelers. Like they're gonna go back and eventually get the goddamn thing. I don't know. It's a fun episode. Not much goes on. You get the introduction to Vosh, which we see later. So yeah, it's fun. Captain needs a holiday.
Yeah, this is one I remember that I wasn't as impressed with as I think a lot of people were. It's fun, but it's also kind of hollow. Which is
It's
weird.
an Indiana Jones adventure and not done very well.
No. It could be. It's like the Dixon Hill ones when they're given commitment are great. When they're thrown as a side story, they're not great. If this was, this is one of his like coolest, like he loves this sort of stuff, and yet we're not really given that. Vosh is good. The sets are okay. The stuff with Riker and Troy is great at the start and at the end. The chemistry is fun, but yeah, it doesn't. Again, it's budget. The payoff's not bad, but the fact that we never get any sort of closure with the aliens is, I understand why, but it's unfortunate because you're watching like. So what I meant to feel, was it good or was it bad? Were they criminals? Were they genuine? And why don't they go back in time 1 minute and pick up where they found it? I mean, it doesn't... Yeah, it's not quite as good as I think people think. While fun... It's not as good as Tin Man, right? Episode 20!
Super Coops.
Oh.
Super Coops, 5 pounds. Okay, Sam keeps talking about Richards, and Cap, please don't mention edging while I'm driving. Or while I'm drinking. I almost ended up wearing my coffee. Take a drink, guys. LOL. Hey, it's what I do. I entertain.
Who's Richards?
I can make you laugh.
who am
I don't know. Talking about Reed Richards from Fantastic Four?
Yeah, who's Richard Supercoops? I don't know who you're talking about.
Barrett says that they take a drink from a shot from me.
I think so.
I think so. Let me go back and see.
That's
Oh, good God. Oh, my God. Okay.
There's another one. Tin Man.
I have a prejudice against this episode just because of the name. And I hate this episode for some reason. Even though rewatching it, it wasn't that bad. The race with the Romulans is kind of neat. The fact that this is a ancient, thousands of year old thing that has just roamed through the universe. Its crew's dead, and it needs this creepy fuck to come and be its friend. I don't know. It's just kind of.
Would it be fair to say that what puts you off this is that the end sours you? It's not a very good end.
Yeah, and as a result, I don't remember any of the goddamn episode.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, literally, you don't even know what happens to the entity, which, again, ambiguity can be good, but you want to know,
Yeah, the only reason I remember it this time around the Romulan part was because I just rewatched it not that long ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember there being the Romulan
No, I don't.
race to get to it, and that's the best part of it.
Yeah, I don't remember the Romans at all in this one. As in, I wouldn't have. But yeah, having them blow out their own ship's engines to get here, and then a second ship, and then it's pretty interesting. Although the Roman's a bit shit of an actor, but that's okay. Now this one is better than the ending's bad, fine, sure, because they don't want to answer the question, fine. But the acting of the main guy, I think, is rather good, because how do you present that? All of what he's dealing with, I would say how he did it. It's good. He's good. And I like the cone. I think it's quite a creative alien ship. But yeah, the ending definitely hurts it. And Troy's good in this one. It's a good Troy one, which I like. Yeah, but it's not the best. But it lets itself down. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
But Hollow Pursuits. Barclay. Reginald. Barclay.
Love this one because I would have the same problem. I would have a hollow addiction. I know I would. And it amazes me how Barclay actually got through the academy, A, and got assigned to the Enterprise, B. But I think they do a good job of introducing this character who eventually goes on to be in Voyager and a bunch of other things. It's actually great. And I would do the same thing with my coworkers in the holodeck. I'm sorry to say. Fun episode.
It is. Two side comments though. Supercoops qualifies that Richard means dick, penis, phallus, cock. But he can't say those in a super chat. I can say them while live. And Fleetpaw comments on me. Richards equals dick, penis, phallus, cock.
Gotcha.
Barrett, in a wonderfully correct comment, says, "It's worth the $20 to see Stuart. I'm Sam smashed. Lol." What do you think about that, Stuart? How do you feel? How do you review that comment?
I feel
how do you review that out of 10 for all comments that of this live stream?
I feel used and abused, and that would definitely get a 9.5 out of 10.
But for all live
you guys are taking advantage of the situation and being cruel and unusual, which is fun, I guess. I need to watch this shit back. Eugene, 700 rubles. Wow. Eat something for our guy Reginald Endicott Barclay III.
That's good.
Yeah, this is a fun episode. That's my take. There you go. Next.
I mean, come on. Dwight is brilliant. It's great. This is the Lower Decks episode as well, isn't it? This is the proto Lower Decks.
Yeah.
I mean, Picard's barely in it. Riker's barely in it. It's fun. It's good. All of the scenes of holodeck are good. I think often we do wish that they had more continuity. If Barclay was a 2 or 3 every season character, he could have been really good. Maybe overused, but I think he should have been in more.
He should have been like an O'Brien. O'Brien was used more than Barclay, and yeah, he should have been more of a regular. This is tasting better the more I drink it. This is tasting sweeter and nicer.
Have you got the bubblegum yet, though?
Fuck no. I'll have that if I drink this, though, the bubblegum gin.
Well, drink some then, right now. I dare you. $20 from Samuel Cockings. Drink, super chat.
That can't be healthy. I'm just saying.
Stuart, super chat, Samuel Cockings, $20, drink.
Let's see the super chat, bitch.
It's already there, you just can't see it, you're too drunk to see it.
There's the bubble gum. This is good stuff. Gotta save some of this for when you come by next, because you gotta try this, considering you're the one that grabbed it for us, which we appreciate, by the way.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's my present to you. And I mean, we've talked about this before, but I totally just want to visit Stuart just to visit him. You know, we can do lives together, and with Stuart's, unlimited mobile data, we can do a live from
anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah. I mean, that'd be really cool to do an away team mission, half an hour live from a waterfall.
Hey, there's the little church. I think it's Balls Falls, what it's called. By Niagara Falls, where we can. It was an episode of Discovery
New
with
Eden.
Pike. New Eden, yes. We need to drive down there and do a goddamn away mission next time you're here from Balls Falls, where Pike and crew were.
Love it.
What a fucking name, Balls Falls.
Speaking of balls, the most toys. Fajo.
Oh, fun episode. I'm glad this guy was recast. No offense to the original actor who killed himself on the weekend after filming Thursday and Friday.
Not during, but he almost did, yes. After he did, yes.
Anyway, yeah, this is a great episode. I don't know what the guy wanted to accomplish, though, because this is a sentient machine who is not going to just sit there and do whatever you ask for the rest of your goddamn life. It's kind of a stupid thing to aspire to have this in your collection. However, it's a fun episode, and it makes you wonder about Data's motivation at the end. The fact that he actually pulls the trigger, A, and B, then lies to Riker right afterwards about doing it. Something clicked in him, and he, for a second there, was more human than he'd like to admit, I'm afraid. Olivia Julius, $5. Captain is drunk, and Canada is freezing. Canada's not freezing, although it is a lot cooler today than it has been for the last little while, because you had a big thunderstorm, and it's nice and over. Nicholas Davies, $2. Balls do fall at a certain age. You can sling them over your shoulder like a continental soldier. Unless it's cold out. Then they fucking just go right back up. Yeah, they disappear. You got a little coin purse there, a little leather coin purse.
Speaking of coin purse, most toys.
Samuel's trying to keep us on track, which is odd. Because usually he's like off on the rails there. Go.
This one I liked better, I think, in my memory, because it's less Data and Fajo than you think. But you appreciate the attempt to save them in terms of the evolution of their thought process. But that's what you remember. But it's only like 20 minutes of 45-minute episode. That said, Fajo is expertly handled, and considering he was an actor that wanted to be in Star Trek, that asked the producer, was hired 3 days before filming, jumped in the role. I mean, he is superb. But when watching it, the bits that are good are great. The rest of it kind of falls behind. And I don't know why. And that's weird. And it goes... And I also like the fact that Data doesn't escape. Data is let out of his cage. It's anticlimactic. It's instant. And while there's a little bit of motivation, it doesn't quite work. They needed one more scene in there of him talking to the lady, developing their rapport, to give her a reason to betray Fajo after how many years. It's so close. And I remember loving it, but I think it isn't as good in retrospect. But the scenes are good, are great, but it doesn't necessarily come together as well as it should have. Does that make sense? And I liked it. I'm being harsh, but I think
it works. I love it, because I'm a collector myself of a lot of different things, as you guys know. And you want to get that one piece, but I don't want to have to fucking watch it every goddamn 5 seconds so that it doesn't fucking run away. Like, it's just dumb. So there's a problem there.
Error 51 says the actor owns the Fajo character. Yes, but would you not agree that the turn from I'm a prisoner to I'm escaping is instant?
Yes. Yeah. Like a lot of the episodes we've reviewed so far, the ending, the last 10 minutes is like, okay, we need to end this. Wrap up. Hey, there we go. We're flying away now.
Yeah, especially that one time in The Hunted. Oh.
Yeah. Super Coops puts in £5. It's okay to be drunk today. It's Saturday. It's what Saturdays are for, isn't it? I will definitely be drunk later. Drink up, guys. Balls Falls. Quality name. Absolutely. And yeah, like I said, I got a lot to do today, unfortunately.
And you know what? This cherry is getting better the more I drink it.
Yeah, so is this fucking wine. This wine's good. And then with I should put some gin in the wine to give the bubblegum flavor.
Ooh, I had thought of that.
Fucking try that shit. Oh, I gotta swirl it because I gotta get that shit mixed up. And this is what 709 has at the end of Picard is green, but with the same swirly shit.
Did you watch that featurette on how they evolved 709's implants? From
No, I have not.
It was interesting. It was amazing to hear. What's the name? The makeup guy from Face Off, or Glenn?
There's Glenn Hetrick and
well, it was Glenn. It was Glenn. He was saying that when he saw the makeup for 709 First Voyager, he couldn't change it because that's what it was. So he just looked in and he thought, well, we're doing it in HD, 4K HD, so we're gonna, refine the small details, but keep it the same because it should be the same. I'm thinking, where was that everything else? You know?
Yeah.
Or it's a lot of
Yeah.
things. It's like, why are some things so sacred you can't change them, and some things...
Neville Page. That's the other guy.
Neville
Glenn Hetrick and Neville Page. Sorry.
I never get that, you know? Why are the Klingons, Stuart? Why are the Klingons? Why are they...
I don't fucking know.
I wouldn't say the guy should be fired that designed the Klingons, but he's still working on them, and he's done some okay stuff after. I don't get it.
Nicholas Davies, $2. Balls do fall at a... Oh, I read that one. Right. God damn it. Olivia Julius.
I'm actually not drink.
$2.
You tricked me there. You always trick me. You got me a drink.
Olivia Julius, $2. Fords are the best cars ever. Cap drink. Well, your first statement negates your last statement, so I'm not drinking. And SWTX Chaser puts in $10 with no comment. But that deserves a drink. And by the way, guys, never mix gin with wine. Fuck.
Why? How does it taste?
It's weird. It's so fucking weird. It's got a bitter bite, and then you got that aftertaste of bubblegum, which is actually really nice. So I guess it's not that bad of a thing, but I would not drink this as a no.
So it's got bubblegum bite.
It does, which is fine. The bubblegum aftertaste is actually fantastic. It's better the more that you know, the longer you are from the drink. So
we like to drink with Stuart because he is our captain. He drinks bubblegum bullshit because he is an alcoholic on a drunk life.
I'm not, though.
4 drinks, 3 drinks, lots of dollars. I'm going to go pee while you talk about Sarek.
Okay. Sarek was absolute garbage. I'm just kidding. Sarek, he comes aboard to do a mission, diplomatic mission that he's been working on for 95 fucking years. And he's got some syndrome that he can't control his emotions. And his aide... oh my God, I'm dying. His aide is trying to control these emotions, but they're being thrown onto other members of the crew. And this has been seen on multiple times in Trek, in different forms. Different sci-fi has the hate plagues or the love plagues or whatever the fuck they are. This is more, in the early stages of this disease, it's more hate, anger emotions. Olivia Julius, $5. How many fingers am I holding up? Just one. Because I didn't drink to your Ford is the best vehicle comment. Just one. So Sarek's all right. I love tying in Sarek with, you know, the TNG, and eventually that pays off again in Unification, where we get to see Sarek again, and then because he mind melded with Picard, we get to see Spock mind meld with him and actually get a touch of his father, which is actually kind of great.
I agree with you.
Fuck yeah, you do.
What?
Speaking of, Picard does Patrick Stewart does a fantastic job acting in this episode, especially the anger, the frustrations of Sarek. That's a great scene. No mention of Michael Burnham or Sybok because fucking Star Trek. That's why. Anywho, good episode overall. A nice tie-in with the original series, and very nicely done. And like I said, ties in with Unification Part 1 as well, which is, again, nice. And the fact that Spock actually gets to mind meld with his father through Picard, it's, again, a nice touch. So this episode is better because of Unification. But it was nice seeing a TOS character brought in, and Spock being mentioned in a TNG episode was great.
Spock. Jill. No. Olivia.
I read it.
Oh, sorry.
She said, how many fingers am I holding up? I said, probably one, because I said no to drinking to your Ford comment, because Fords fucking suck.
So, Sarek, Mark Leonard, a great actor. I think this episode is two-thirds pretty good, and then 1/3 amazing. It balances weird.
Yeah.
I like the Amanda new what's her name? The new Perrin.
Perrin, yes. I'm surprised you remembered that. I couldn't fucking remember
because
that.
Perry, Doctor Who.
Perrin.
I know some shit, Stuart. Great reference, but not the best actress in this thing. Probably the worst actress out of the new ensemble. Creepy human guy acts like a Vulcan. Creepy Vulcan guy that acts like a good Vulcan in the end. I kind of wish Mark Leonard wasn't ill and was just full on Vulcan. He's great in it.
Yes.
Patrick is phenomenal, but again, the shift in focus is odd by the end. The music with the Brent Data is lovely scene. The fact that we never see the aliens, do we?
Nope.
I actually don't mind. And Spock reference is fine, but could have been a bit more. And the Spock's wedding was also weird thing to put in. It's a darn good TOS back, but as you said at the time, I think I'll agree more now in retrospect. It would have been nice if he was in his prime. I know he's obviously 100 years from his prime or whatever, 50 years, whatever, but it would have been nice to have him more Sarek-y. Come in, take charge, do cool things, rather than be Sarek the weak. Especially considering he obviously dyed his hair white for this, and only a couple of years... Oh, because he's got white hair in this, dark hair in Star Trek 6, and extremely white hair in his next episode. Yeah, and just all over the place with that. Yes, now we're on to last week, Menage a Troy.
Ultimately a forgettable, not important episode.
Ooh!
Kind of fun in its own regard. It kind of swings the Ferengi from being like the big baddie threat that was supposed to be from season 1 into more of a refined, Plus we get Neelix as the doctor, which is funny because in the Voyager episode where they tie in with the Barzan wormhole episode, Neelix also disguises himself as a Ferengi. I just watched that yesterday or the day before, and it's odd seeing that because I just seen him as the Doctor Ferengi in this episode. So, fun little episode. Ultimately not important and kind of forgettable in the grand scheme of things, but it's all right. It's nothing special. It's one of the worst of the season for sure. I wouldn't say worst. It's not that it's bad. In other seasons, it would have been one of the better ones, but it just is ultimately just not important or forgettable or rememberable.
It's not important or forgettable.
It's not important or rememberingable. You know what I mean? The words that come out of my mouth should be more coherent. Anyway, yes, there you go. And we get to see some naked nudity. Not really. Would have been better with that, but anyway.
Yeah, this one is underwhelming. It's got a great end, but it doesn't know its own focus, if I recall. The Ferengi's great for his creepiness, but he's an interesting version of the character. The sets are okay. The Troy gets abandoned so quickly in the story. It's probably the best Roxana episode, but also it's hard to watch her be abused somewhat in the episode. And there's another element of the Enterprise I don't remember. What happened? Someone Wesley does something or some shit on the Enterprise. Something, I don't know. No, they find Riker's shit. Yeah.
He's supposed to leave for the academy.
Yes.
And he recognizes the dum 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 in the fucking transmission, and he misses the Bradbury. Go to the academy. That's what it is. Thank you for reminding me. Yes. Again, these little B plots sometimes get forgotten in the grand scheme of things.
And the fact that I couldn't remember that, even though it was last week, doesn't tell you it was not rememberable, forgettable, whatever. That tells you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Livy Julius, $5. This isn't fail. Samuel is British. He can hold his drink. Hashtag Samuel drink.
I'm doing well.
Hey, I can hold my drink very well. Thank you very much.
Yes.
If I drink beer today, I would be fucking asleep in like half an hour. Because I can't drink beer in the afternoon anymore. I just get so tired. Wine makes me happy, though. Wine's a happy drink.
Hey! But Stuart, we're only at 96 likes.
Are you fucking kidding? We've been going for 2 hours and 2.5 hours. 4 more likes, guys. We can hit 100 easily.
I feel like
that's pathetic. We usually hit 100 within like an hour and a half.
100.
I'm very disappointed in all of you.
I mean, look at the entertainment we're giving, and you haven't clicked. Stuart, get around the microphone. Show me some love here.
Mine's big and black, baby.
No, speak softly. 103 likes.
That's right.
How many likes do you want right now? Tell me, Stuart.
We can hit 100 likes.
No, we're already 104. How many beyond that? How many do you want? Tell me what you want.
hit 105. Ooh. We can hit 115 easily. Come on, guys.
No, is that ambitious or is that just what you need?
Listen, I know you want it. I wish I had stereo microphones because ASMR is the shit. If you don't watch ASMR channels, you should.
Oh, yes.
Sorry. Hold on. This is Drunkyards, so we need to do the...
Let's check. Can we drink while ASMRing? How to drink sound. Okay, you ready?
Okay, let's go. You go first. That's disgusting.
I'll do better.
Hold on, I gotta do it essentially. No, you gotta do it essentially. Hold on.
What fell? Something
Some
fell.
good shit right there.
What fell?
That's half gin, half fucking wine. That's fucking brave.
So is it wine gin or gin wine?
It's gin. Or G9. Either one is fine.
See,
Hold on. What you should do is pour. Hold on. I gotta pour more. And this is a great sound for ASMR.
That's Trek. This is what you subscribe to. You don't like
that.
Trek chips, you want this, don't you?
Hold on. Now if that doesn't send jingles down your spine, nothing will. That's a fucking hot sound.
Stuart, do you think
Yes, dear.
we did a whole review like this? Just like, Stuart, what do you think of Measure of Man Part 1? What do you think?
Measure of Man Part 1? What the fuck are you talking about? It's the wrong season. Plus, I don't think there's a Part 1 to Measure of Man. It's one episode.
Which we don't consider Part 2. Started Picard the entire season. I'll be honest with you right now.
Are you done with Menage a Trois? I don't even know. I mean, I've had a Menage a Trois, but I haven't had a Menage a Troy. We should read some super chats.
I'll do that in normal voice. Hi guys, how's it going? Anyway, Shannon Nash, $5. Hate to leave so close to the end, but I have a family outing to get to. Cheers, gentlemen. Yeah, I do too. My son's going to be here in literally 15 minutes. SWTX Chaser puts in $5.
Stuart.
Have
Stuart.
pesky meant what?
You should bring Thomas on the live for like 2 minutes.
He's an idiot.
I know.
SWTX Chaser, $5. Maybe we'll see. Have pesky mental Vulcans go crazy or crazy betazoids running around. Try SWTX Chaser's new mental shields. So good that they'll think you're a Ferengi. That's great. 4-lobed brain. And Fleet Paw Swift back $2. Y'all should voice 50 Shades of Grey.
And then Christian Grey touched her ear. And Anastasia Steele, she loved the sensation so much. Because he drove a fucking Audi. And Audis are the shit. Yes, I have watched all the Shades of Grey movies. Because Sylvia wanted me to. And goddamn, after each movie, I'm telling you, we had some fun.
What's next on the here? We got Transfigurations.
The one I'd never seen before.
You didn't hear anything I said, did you?
Oh, I heard it all. I heard we
wait,
all
you had
we all heard it all.
Oh, okay, good. You had seen it before.
Changed from this, Stuart.
What?
Never mind. Transfiguration, Stuart.
Transfigurations. All right, so this is a great one. I love this one because it's the evolution of a species into a non-corporeal form, which I think is a fantastic idea. Again, very Star Trek, and it really sticks with me. But it's only the last 15 minutes, honestly, that sticks with me, where he transforms on the bridge. I'd forgotten about the ICU ward at the beginning and how damaged he was. He had an arm goddamn missing, which wasn't very clear in the episode. But eventually, his cells are metabolizing and he's healing, and his actual healthy cells are actually mutating. And this is actually a pretty great episode, and I love it. It's the sincerest form of what Star Trek is. The next form of evolution, moving past the corporeal being. And I love that. I think it's very well done. A lot of what the fuck moments, though, especially when the other ship is coming in to intercept them and knows that he's on board, even though they haven't really transmitted that, unless they have, in which case they didn't do a very good job of portraying that. And so, yeah, it's a fun episode. Again, it's easily forgotten, though. But every time I see it, I'm like, oh, yeah, I know which one this is. And I love the ending. I love that he changes to the next stage of their evolution. I think that's a great idea for a Star Trek episode. So that's my take on it. And I have to take a piss.
Sure. Go for it.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
You do your synopsis.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, Transfiguration's first time ever watching it, which was really fun, actually. It's one that I remember people saying they love it and they hate it, which is good because it means I don't know what to expect. What did I say last week? I said it was a bit lackluster. It lost me halfway through because it didn't maintain its momentum, that it just kept doing the same, I don't know who I am. But the mature nature of Beverly and this chap's John Doe's relationship, there you go, was beautifully subtle and undersold, was great. But to have him still not know anything until minute 36 is a letdown, and they faffed. If you guys know what faff means, it means unnecessary delay, etc. It was, good acting by the guy, but he's no Guy from Hunted who really gave us everything. But the Beverly episode is pretty good, but it gave us her screen time, but not her character screen time, in the sense that she didn't add much to the. She didn't add her own charactery stuff, whereas you could have replaced it with Troy. Wouldn't have made much difference. So a bit underwhelming, pretty decent, but not the best thing ever. Yes.
Do you ever realize you're not drunk until you stand up and start moving?
Yeah. See, I haven't drank since the last time I did Trekyards live, which is, I guess, either a sad or a good thing. But it's nice to be able to have booze in the brain and not think, I wish clubs were open. I could go out clubbing, boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka,
I hate clubbing. I never went clubbing. It's not a thing that I understand why people would enjoy. Even when I was younger, I didn't do that shit. That's me, because I'm an old curmudgeon.
So I have, Stuart, this much vodka and juice left. That's another $25 worth of booze. So I want to see these $25 more by the end.
I got that much more wine left in the bottle.
Well, hey, there we go. But I want to see Thomas on the live.
That much more in my glass.
I want to see a Thomas review. But Stuart, the final episode, Best of Both Worlds Part 1.
And that's where my shirt comes in.
The one with Shelby and Riker being captain.
Sorry. We just reviewed this shit, didn't we?
Yes, we did. But what do you think? Again.
Better than the part 2, I'm sure. I know that part 2 is very disappointing. I remember part 1 because
I don't remember, so I can't speak to that.
You want to go
I'm telling you right now, part 2 is going to be very disappointing compared to part 1. The build-up's a lot better, even though there is problems with it. Back in the day, like I said, this was the first cliffhanger in Star Trek. This kind of saved the series. We weren't sure if Picard was coming back. We weren't sure if Shelby was going to take Riker's place and Riker was going to become captain. There's a lot going on in this episode, and it's done so well. That being said, it's better as a cohesive piece, part 1 and part 2. But I do like the way part 1 ends, and the fact that they did not have an ending at that point. They didn't know what they were going to do to get themselves out of the situation, and they were quite stuck. Fleet Paws Footback throws in $2. Clubbing is fun if you're with the right folks. Yes, anything is fun if you're with the right folks. Doesn't matter what it is. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to Monday, part 2, where we review part 2 and start our season 4 dive. I consider part 2 part of part 3, though, because I do consider this one story, unfortunately. So on Tuesday, we'll be doing our what's coming up in season 4 and what we remember. So stay tuned for that. But this is a good episode, one of the better ones of TNG for sure, and definitely established the whole cliffhanger idea, which doesn't always work. As you know, we reviewed part 1 and part 2 of Descent for Picard lead up, and it was fucking awful. What were they some of the worst TNG ever. And it should have been fantastic. If you read the synopsis and you look at what happens, you're like, God damn, that should be fucking amazing. Yeah. So this one did it well, and it did it right. So
great.
I'm
yeah.
Back. What?
No. Yeah. Well, we had everything. Yeah. We just. And yeah, as you guys know, I was underwhelmed. It doesn't hold up as well. It has many filmic flaws, which work probably fine if you. It's more of a J.J. Abrams style show. You watch both parts, you don't think about it, you move on. Which is definitely an insult, but as a means well insult, it tried. And I don't remember them revealing Locutus before revealing Locutus, which I think completely undersells the end. I don't know why they would show him. Like even now, it's like if you show him and then he reveals, there's no surprise there. If you didn't see him and then you saw him, you'd be like, holy shit! Like. It's blowing your load first, then cuddling, then going for round 2, and it's just a whimper. It's like, well, yeah, because you finished already. What do you expect? Which
people would have paid for you to hear you say that, but you did it for free.
Well,
so.
I'm doing my best to help the audience achieve orgasm.
Jesus Christ. Moving on.
See, booze helps you be spontaneous.
It gets rid of inhibitions for sure.
Inhibitions.
Shut the fuck up! I said inhibitions.
7th time lucky.
Don't argue with me.
I mean, this thing is so unfocused though. Like I say, if Shelby and Riker had been a thing, fine. But I would edit this episode down with part 2 into like a 50-minute, 6-minute cohesive piece. It's it's weird, It's good, but it is severely flawed, and that's a problem.
SWTX Chaser, $10. We have engaged the drinks. # both drink. Oh, for fuck's sakes. We have engaged the Borg. Dun, 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 dun. This is really fucking good now, by the way. I still can't taste the cotton candy or the cherries.
Thanks, Brian.
But I can definitely taste the bubble gum, but that's only because I put bubblegum gin in it. So this is a double whammy. But it's good.
If you were drinking strawberry wine and you put strawberries in it, would you be surprised it tastes like strawberry?
No. Good. Strawberry wine that I've tried does taste like strawberries. That being said, it tastes like I said, overripe strawberries half the time, but it still tastes like strawberries. I hate artificial strawberry flavor. I love real strawberry flavor. That's a whole other topic. Sorry.
It's fine.
Go ahead.
All right, so we are now at the final closing moment of the show, guys. The exciting bit. Because this was all the lead-in, guys. This was the... How many hours? Sorry, let's go to OBS. What does OBS say?
2 hours and 47 minutes.
Fuck!
Yeah, we need to wrap this up because 4 minutes my son's going to be here probably.
Well, like I say, you should come on and say hi. Right, so... I want to mention your least favourite, most favourite, my least favourite, my most favourite.
Fuck's sakes. All right.
Okay, so we'll go Stuart first.
My most favorite is going to be either Yesterday's Enterprise or Booby Trap.
Well, I was just going to tell you, but okay. Because with power, it's fine. Just go into it.
Oh.
It's fine.
Yeah, and my least favorite is going to be the Bonding or the High Ground or the Vengeance Factor. That's kind of tough.
Okay. So these are your least favorite 5 in order, from least to favorite. Okay, so your least favorite of the best of season 3 is the price. Sorry, the price at 2.5 out of 10.
Garbage.
Yes, and then the Vengeance Factor is your least favorite but 1. Menage a Troy. 3rd least favorite. The Bonding, 4th least favorite. Ensigns of Command, 5th least. 4th least. 5th least favorite, and then High Ground 6th. Don't know why I put 6 in there. So Price, Vengeance Factor, Menage a Troy, Bounding, Ensigns of Command are your least favorite 4.
Bonding, not bounding.
Yes, those are your 5 least favorite, and they, as high as they go, is a 5.5, and the lowest is 2.5.
Nice.
Okay. And you basically knew those straight away. But High Ground is a little bit higher, but not by much.
Okay.
So yeah, Price is your worst. So that is the sex addict, weird, creepy dude. Is your least favorite of the season. Congrats, Stuart.
Let me just take a look back and see if I believe myself.
And then Vengeance Factor, Menage a Troy, which is actually kind of surprising, I'll be honest. The Bounding, or the Bonding, and then Ensigns of Command.
See, Bonding should be like the second. It's fucking garbage. It's compared to the rest of them. But then again, I don't know. Something might have been something redeeming in it that I can't remember.
Well, the bonding, Menage a Troy gave a 3 out of 10 for season 3. Bonding 5.5. So there's a leap there. Different level of quality there.
My rating system is skewed depending on my mood. You can tell.
But I love that we use the and all of TNG because it really helps the review scores. So price, vengeance factor, Menage a Troy, bonding, Ensigns of Command. My worst 5. I haven't seen these. I mean, I have, but I haven't. Whatever. My least favorite: the price, Menage a Troy, Transfigurations, Vengeance Factor, and then Tin Man.
Ooh! Wow.
Apparently so.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Tin Man's like a lot of people's up there. It's one of their favorites.
So you liked it more than me, even though I thought I liked it more than you.
Yeah, I don't like Tin Man.
What the hell? And these, as I was going, these are completely biased.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gave Tin Man 6.5. I gave Tin Man.
And I don't kink shame either. DX2069. There's nothing wrong with bondage and BDSM. Just saying, might happen in households you're watching right now. Thank you, Fleetpaw. Sorry. Anyway, continue. What's our favorites?
Yeah, so I like it at different top and bottom 5s. I like that a little bit. So your top 5s from
starting with number 1 or starting with number 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So your 5th favorite season 3 episode is The Offspring.
The Offspring.
That's Data's one.
Oh yes. Sorry. Hold on. Before you read any more. Okay. Fleetbot Swift back $5. Sam, I'm touched. You worry about our ability to blow our loads. Laughing my ass off. Hashtag Sam drink. I'll drink too, just because I need to finish this fucking wine. All right, continue.
So what do you think? Offspring, your 5th favorite of the season. It just beats out Sins of a Father.
Okay. I need to hear the rest, but yeah, okay.
That's surprising to me. I'll be honest.
It's a little bit surprising to me too.
Your 4th of season 3 is Best of Both Worlds, part 1.
That's 4th. Okay, cool.
That is number 4th. What do you think about that?
It's interesting. Like I said, your numbers. Well, I know that Booby Trap and Yesterday's Enterprise are 1 and 2. I don't know what 3 would be.
Oh, do you think Best of Both Worlds should be higher? I mean, these are all by absolute smidge.
No. I don't think so. I think Who Watches the Watchers might be 3rd.
Okay. Now, okay, there's one slight qualification here, but we'll get into it in a minute. By this logic, number 3 is The Defector.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Yep.
DX2069. Well, I think it's perfectly okay to be weirded out by foot fetishes. Negative. Don't be offended by the foot. I like the foot fetishes. Sorry. It's too much information, I know.
Only thing to be concerned about is if you cause each other pain. Then maybe be a little bit concerned.
Only if they like it. There's a difference. That's what safe words are for. Just saying. But foot fetishes is nothing to be, you don't shame people for having foot fetishes.
So
anyway, continue.
What do you think about the Defector being 3rd then?
I agree. We completely skipped it during our rewatch because we already done it, which really fucks up the statistics in my mind.
Now that's because we didn't give it an out of season 3 score. We just gave it out of all of TNG. You gave it a 9 out of all of TNG. So what do you think it would have been out of season 3 now that you're here? And that might change.
Season 3 for the Defector,
yeah,
I'd say 8.5.
What, sorry?
8.5 probably for season 3.
Ooh, that's gonna lower it. Really? That's gonna lower it.
Initial guess. See, I don't know. See?
Okay.
Depends on my mood, my scoring.
Best of Both Worlds, you gave a 9 out of 10 for season 3, 8.5 out of all of TNG. But Defector, you gave 9 out of 10 for all TNG.
We're done. We're doing our final scores.
How tanked are you?
Hey,
your son's coming over.
Not enough. Super chat.
Yeah.
But Defector, like I say, 9 out of 10 for all.
He'll be outside soon. Love you.
TNG.
Sorry.
Can you find outside?
What?
Can you find the outside?
I can find it. It's okay. Leave the door open. I'll follow the humidity.
Actually, it's not super bad still.
I know.
Your balls aren't going to instantly sweat.
Stick to my leg. Sweet. I won't sweat my balls off. Good to know.
Like you ever can use your balls anymore.
What the hell does that mean?
What are they good for?
Fondling?
I can fondle your ass.
Wow. Hi, guys. In case you're wondering what she's referring to, I've had a vasectomy. I had for a long time, right before I met Sylvia. So their balls are kind of useless. Moving on. Samuel, what were you saying?
Stuart, you're now full screen.
Dun 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 dun. Anyway, what were you saying before we were so politely interrupted?
By Peter's joke. By Peter's facts, actually, not even jokes.
Yes.
Alright, gonna move your box. Defector, better or worse than Best of Both Worlds? Because currently you are in the...
I'd say better, honestly.
Yeah, I would say 2. Yeah, okay, cool, great. Number 2 for season 3 is Booby Trap.
Yeah. I love Booby Trap.
You love them.
Not just because it has boobies in the title, but because it's actually a great episode of, and one I really resonate with.
It's 9.5 out of 10 for season 3 and 9 for all TNG. So top tier.
Mm-hmm.
And then your final episode. Yes, there's Enterprise. 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10.
Heck yeah.
So guys, what do you think of Stuart's top 5 of season 3?
Oh, so they're fucking impressed. They fucking know the captain knows his shit.
Number 5, Offspring. Number 4, Best of Both Worlds Part 1. Number 3, Defector. Number 2, Booby Trap. Number 1, Yesterday's Enterprise. And just sneaking out of that, number 6, Sins of the Father. Number 7, Deja Q. And number 8, Who Watches the Watchers. So a lot of close ones there. But we got into 9 territory with your top 5. Each one achieved 9 or higher.
It's a good season, though. Like, that's what I'm saying. I want to compare this season to other seasons, because this season is a standout as far as good quality content goes. Zachary Gibbons agrees with my list.
What?
Nicholas Davies, $5. Snipped balls are Christmas ornaments. Hashtag July, Christmas in July. Heck yeah. And Zachary Gibbons agrees with my list. So,
but can I just point out that the wonderful Nicholas just paid us money to talk about your snipped balls.
As you should.
I
mean, I had my snipped balls.
Like, he could post anything.
I got my balls snipped back when I was married to my first wife, which is a long fucking story and a whole live on its own. So yeah, I've had a vasectomy for a long time. It's great. All the sex you want, and no phone calls 9 months later. I highly suggest a vasectomy by my friends.
I'll tell my balls later, but I don't think they'll agree.
Well, you're too young, and you haven't had any kids yet. I had like 3 fucking kids at that point. So, oh my god, I want to kill myself. Anyway, what are your favorites and non-favorites?
And this is news to me as well. Let's see what I said. Right. Okay. Now, I was hoping for a different list because season 1 with the same list, pretty much. Season 2, different list. Season 3. Number 5 for me. Are you ready, Stuart?
I'm ready.
I don't remember which one this is. Which one is this one? I don't remember. Okay, hold on.
Martin Jurgensen, 45 Krona. Enterprise. Yesterday's Enterprise for the win. Season 3 is an exceptional season.
It is. And I've... Oh, right. Okay. Number 5. Words. Ensigns of Command. The data one with the aqueduct.
Okay. You have no taste, but okay.
Although, to note, I gave no 9s this season.
That's fucking garbage.
I gave...
In season 3, if you didn't give any 9s, you got a problem, my friend. You were trying too hard. You were thinking about the... Yeah, no.
I gave 8 and then 10s, but no 9s.
Oh, 10s, plural.
I gave 10s.
Okay, that's maybe acceptable. I was going to say, for season 3 with no 9s, you're full of shit. But
I gave a fucking ton of 7s, though.
Well, a 7 is a good average, so that means you have no taste in anything. You just average everything out. It shows a lot for your character and your taste.
And it tells me you're a little bitch. You're a little bitch.
I'm a huge bitch.
You're
Speaking of, I need more wine.
Fat goatee bitch.
Look, I'm gonna finish my wine. This is a whole fucking bottle plus fucking good quarter of that bottle.
Your son's gonna have fun tonight. Enjoying his.
No, he's not. He's only gonna be here for like an hour or so, and then we gotta make something to eat, and then I gotta play Dungeons and fucking Dragons, and then I gotta tie up Sylvia in the bedroom to the hooks in the ceiling. But
yes, and you've got ensigns of command her mercilessly.
Oh yeah, her ensigns will be commanded. That's for damn sure. Anyway, continue with your list, sir.
Thank you. And I also fucked up the premiere. Hold on, let me just move that.
Don't fuck up the premiere.
Yeah, I know, right? Have you learned Premiere yet? Have you edited that much?
Fuck no, I haven't even touched it because it's garbage.
You're garbage.
Corel Video Studio is the best editing software. It's so simple and easy and awesome.
Says the guy that sucks dicks every day.
I haven't sucked a dick in my life, but okay.
I'm not gonna say that. I thought you said
I've had the dick sucked.
I thought you were gonna say like a month. I was gonna enjoy the joke, but you've ruined it. You ruined it.
I gotta tell the truth,
my
friend.
You should have said a dick all day. It would have been much funnier.
Oh, we can't change time. If I could turn back time, I'd give it all to you.
Yeah, I'm just so excited for my KFC in a little bit. I'm really excited. Hello. So my number. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Okay, my number 4 in this season is Deja Q, which is not on your list.
Interesting.
You got 8 across the board.
I'm surprised I don't have Deja Q in my list, honestly. But okay.
You gave 9s, and that kind of messed up the way I moved score. My number 3, Booby Trap.
Okay, at least it's in top 5. Should be like number 2, at least.
But number 2 though is Defector, which is better than Booby Trap. Come on, so
better in a different way. Yes,
that's fine. I'll accept that. So Defector number 2.
Tying into the bigger lore of Star Trek. Yes, absolutely.
Yep, and my number 1, also my first 10 across the board is Yes Enterprise, which is a 10. So
as it should be.
Yes Enterprise, Defector, Booby Trap, Deja Q, Ensigns of Command, and I don't remember why I like Booby Trap as much. Like that. I mean, that's interesting. You know.
Fuck. Oh my god! All right, that thing you can't find, but's in $10. Best Trekyards episode yet.
No, that's not what he said. No, read it again.
Best Trekyards episode yet.
No. What does he say?
Best Trekyards episode.
No. That's not what he said.
What do you read? You read it.
Trekyards, not Trekyards.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Read it properly.
My fucking dyslexia doesn't help when I'm drunk, dickhead. Best Drunkyards episode yet. There you go. Fleet Pass fifth back, $2. You argue like a married couple. Hashtag Sam Drink. That's why we get along so well.
Yeah.
We can fucking hate each other 1 minute, love each other the next, and we always end up sticking together and hanging on because we love each other deep down to our core.
Yes.
Even though the slightest little thing that he does pisses me off. I'm sure he gets annoyed with me too because he listens to me a lot more than I listen to him because he has to edit this shit. Olivia Julius, $2. Fuck off! Hey guys, welcome back to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley. Olivia Julius, $2. Nice cough. Hashtag Sam. Captain Drinks. Oh shit! I read Sam Drinks. Dyslexia for the win. Ding.
So yes, that's our top 5 of season 3. Ensigns of Command, Deja Q, Booby Trap, Defector, Yes Enterprise, and Stuart, which is different, which I like, is Offspring, Best of Both Worlds, Defector, Booby Trap, Yes Enterprise. So we shared 3 out of 5 and 2 very different ones. You gave Deja Q your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th slot, and the other one. What did I say the other one was?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Ensigns of Command. You gave your 5th worst, so that's pretty. It was your 5th lowest, and it was my 5th highest. Wow.
This is something about your taste in fucking episodes, isn't it? Look, I've been doodling the whole time. Woo, doodles. Look at it. Doodling.
You know what? I want to. Where do we put Evolution? Because neither of us like Evolution very much. Where was Evolution on our list?
What the fuck is evolution?
The first one.
What? Oh, yes.
The first one.
It'll be mediocre. I'll probably get. Okay, hold on. Let me guess my fucking score for that.
Okay, so there's 26. Where is it in the 26? You think?
I don't know fucking where it is in 26.
What's what you asked me to get? Guess.
And that's my score for all of, or for season 3, which is the first one, which is odd skew. Oh my god.
Yes.
All of TNG score.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
7.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 7.5, but I'm gonna say 7.
And then TNG season 3.
8.
You are close. You are close. But where in the ranking of 26 do you think, if you had to guess? You know the worst 5 in the least. It's not either first or last 5.
In the middle?
So 13.
Sure. That's what I was gonna say. 13th.
It's
yes,
15th. 15th.
15th.
Pretty
That's
good.
what I said. I said 15th. Everybody heard it. It was live. You can go back and play it back. I said 15th. Yep.
And you gave 7 and 6.5 respectively. So you've just added a point to each, but you're pretty close. Okay, I haven't seen mine yet, so I'm gonna say evolution was.
I haven't seen yours yet. Bullshit. It's right in front of your fucking face.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say it's 14th. I don't know.
And look, it's 14th. Woohoo!
I'm gonna say this season 5, all TNG 4.5.
I'm drawing a Galaxy class ship right now, just so you guys are aware.
I was pretty close. I gave it 6 and 5, so I was 0.5 off each. That's pretty good, I think. What did I say? 14th best.
Look, I drew a Galaxy class ship. Oh shit!
Wow,
dun, dun, dun.
great. Thanks, Stuart.
I know, right? I'm a fucking genius. I'm a drawing scientist.
No, 17th. So I was very close to scores, but off with the placement.
Nobody cares, Samuel. Look, I drew from the side too. Not very good. Hi guys, how you doing?
So is Thomas there yet?
Not yet.
Oh, he's just gonna miss an epic live stream of drunkenness. That's a shame.
Unless he's outside, because Sylvia went outside to sit down, which means she would probably go to the back gates. He might be here. I kind of doubt it though. I can message and see. Hold on.
I mean, if he is, it'd be nice to say hi.
Oh, hold on. He's got a super chat here.
Ketamine, a hydrochloride
What the
tranquilizer
fuck is that?
used in veterinary practice for the. Every kiss begins with ketamine, a hydrochloride tranquilizer used in veterinary practice for the. Every kiss begins.
I don't know. That's what he sent me. So he's a fucked up kid. I can tell he's my kid. Oh, here he is.
Look at the TV. He's so excited.
Hold on. Let's see what's going on here. Go to the next one.
It's the mess. But like, this is kind of how it's gonna be. Like, I got this blank space over here on my wall. Oh look, what is this? Hey, don't do that, Jameson. But like, you have a floating shelf and put that right there. There you go, TV. Who needs a TV? He's so excited.
Yeah. So that's
Stuart,
let's see if he's here.
you
Yes,
make
dear.
the smartest children.
Thomas is bringing the pup. Oh god, he's bringing his dog, Jameson, which is like a king shepherd. It's a fucking big ass dog. Oh, why my kids like big ass dogs? Cassie got a fucking. What'd she get?
Did she?
She got a Doberman.
Oh wow.
His name is Jameson, and I don't know why my kids like big dogs. I hate big dogs. I like small dogs. I got a pug and a goddamn Chihuahua. That being said, I grew up with a black lab, which is a big dog, and then we had a Australian blue heeler, which is more of a medium-sized dog. But small dogs are the shit because you can take them anywhere. They're not intrusive. When the kids bring their dogs over, it's like, for fuck's sakes, we don't have enough room in our house. First of all, for your big-ass dog that's bigger than a goddamn human.
Stuart, just picture when they bring their kids over.
I don't mind kids. I can kick kids in the ass and tell them to shut the fuck up. Dogs are a little
What
bit
if your
different.
kids punch you for telling their kids to shut up?
Good luck with that. They will be unconscious on the floor.
What if their kids tell you, Granddad Foley, to your shit when you
No,
punch
Papa.
your kids?
Papa. I'm called Papa. I'm not called
Papa
Granddad.
is Dad.
No, Papa is Grandpa.
Since
Depending
when?
on It depends on your cultural influence.
Oh, you're a granddad. You're a great granddad. You're a cute little white-haired granddad. Oh, yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up. And I am a grandfather, by the way. My oldest daughter, Selena, has 4 goddamn kids. I'm 4 times a grandfather. That being said, Dida is another word for grandpa in Croatian. So Sylvia's dad is Dida to my kids. My dad is Papa. I am also Papa, which is fucking weird. Anyway, yes, I am a granddad. Thank you for bringing that up, jackass.
And I am just me. No kids, great kids, or great kids, or pets. I'm just me.
Stelio says he's like a kid who lost interest. Are you talking about me?
Yes.
Louis Julie's $2. Nice cough. Hashtag cat. Oh, I read that one already, but I'll still drink anyway because I got to finish this. This is the last bit of my wine. This is the last bit of my cotton candy rosé wine.
Wow, that is serious.
Gone.
He went and got some good shit for this one. So, guys, final super chat round. I think this was a very successful live, Stuart. I think we did some very good Star Trek: The Next Generation discussion.
We did good public service work. We entertained the masses, and we are amazing individuals, and fuck anyone that thinks otherwise.
I mean, are we not like 9.5 out of 10 for all humans in our country, and then 10.5 out of all humans in the world? I mean, if you break down the scores.
If you actually know my history, probably not so much. But according to all y'all, yes.
For the last 2 hours, just to go for the last 2.5 hours. 3 hours and 10 minutes. Wow, that 20 minutes passed quick.
Olivia Julie is $2. Wow, Foley, you're old. Cat drink in celebration. I'm not fucking old. I'm 46. All it means is my oldest daughter is a little bit of a slut that doesn't listen to her parents.
4 times in a row.
I still love my daughter. She's a sweetheart.
She should come on Trekyards Live and talk about
She needs to listen to her parents is what she needs to do. But that's a long story. We're not going to get into that.
How old's our oldest kid now? Like 3? 4?
How old is she?
No, how old's our oldest kid? 3?
How old is Scarlett? My first grandbaby.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. My kid, Selena, she's... What year is this?
2020.
Okay, she's 25. And she has 4 kids.
She's younger than... Oh.
Yep. She's born in 95. Thomas was born in 97. Cassie was born in 2000. Christian was born in 2004.
I feel old now, Stuart.
You should have kids by now. Because, see, the thing, it's kind of a double-edged sword. Yeah, you're at the age where you can enjoy your fucking life. So do so. But at the same time, you don't have the money or the resources to enjoy your life yet. So have kids early. Get that shit out of the way. Because I'm 46 right now, and the only kid I have left at home is 15. He'll be gone in like 3-4 years. I'll be like just under 50, like just skirting 50, and I'm more financially stable. I can enjoy my fucking life. I can do what I want to do. So it's a double-edged sword. Whether you have kids early or late, both work out well, but early is probably better. And I never wanted kids. I never planned on kids. And yet here I am. I collect them like fucking knickknacks because 2 of them aren't really mine. That's another story. It's not alive. Hey, how's it going? I need to stop drinking.
So who's the final super chat? Is it Olivia? Because if it is...
It is Olivia. She always wins the last super chat when she's here. She's not always here.
Well, she's trucking sometimes. That's okay, Stuart. We don't always need Olivia here.
You know what? You know? Yeah. Well, she wasn't here. She wasn't here for one of the lives because I pissed her off.
Oh, was that Enterprise B one, Stuart? Was that different?
No. I pissed her off with something else. Oh, I corrected her grammar and or her spelling on a super chat, and I shouldn't.
See,
I'm a grammar.
You realize you lost that battle with me, so you stopped trying years ago.
Oh, I don't. I didn't stop trying. I still fucking nitpick the shit out of you when I need you've been getting better, to be honest, and I appreciate it. I was here's the story. I was really bad with English and grammar for a long time and spelling. And then one day my fucking older brother, who's a bit of a dick sometimes, pointed out Steve or the other one? Steve pointed out the difference between there, and there, because there's 3 of them. They are, there, and over there. And I'm like, holy shit. All of a sudden it clicked in my brain. I'm like, that makes fucking sense. Ever since then, I've been a fucking grammar Nazi because I understand the difference. And yeah, so I just want to help people when I grammar Nazi them. Because it was one of those things that really pissed me off because I was growing up in high school. Everybody complained about my spelling and my grammar. And you're not paying attention.
Oh, I am.
But anyway, so yeah, everybody bothered me about it all through school. This was after high school that this happened, and all of a sudden I had a realization that yes, it is important. And ever since then, I've been perfect with it, and I understand the difference. It is important. It's communication. It's the most important thing in the world to communicate your thoughts adequately and eloquently and accurately, and you need to pay attention to that shit. So anyway, yeah, that's what turned me around. I just hope to do it to somebody else someday. I hope to make a difference in someone's life because I'm glad it happened to me. I used to be really, really, really bad with grammar. So I understand where you're coming from. Olivia Julius, $2. Yeah, fuck you. She said I'm old. Fleet Plus Swiftback, $2. No, I will win today. The last super chat. Olivia super chatted with $2. I'm a big girl. The thing you can't find puts in $2. It's on TSTWTX Chaser puts in $2. Snipe Fleet Pass Swiftback puts in $2. From Behind, oh god, that's dirty. Okay. Squadra Course puts in $2. What's on and that thing you can't find puts in $2. So far, that thing you can't find because he's a sniper and you can't find him unless you see the little reflection of a glint of his fucking scope in the distance. He's the winner.
Okay, I'm going to put a timer on. And it'll be up to our fans.
Oh, Fleet Pass Swiftback, $2. My winning, he says.
Well, you are right now, but I have to put the timer on first, guys. Let me put the timer on. Although, Stuart, I've lost my remote for my aircon, which I had. I haven't got any more.
Well, that's what you were looking for. I thought you were just fucking ignoring me.
It was right here. The fuck did it go?
I don't fucking know. I wasn't fucking over there. Fuck you.
Well, maybe you should fucking be so we can hang out, you bitch.
I would love to be over there.
I know.
I loved visiting you. I loved being in that space. It was awesome. I would have stolen your fucking remote, too. I would have put it in my pocket. Maybe you should check my pocket.
I don't have it yet, you little bitch.
Hey. Wow, you guys, he's so fucking mean. You see what I have to deal with, guys?
You see what I have to deal with, guys?
That thing you can't find puts in $2. Bang!
Okay, are you ready?
SWTS puts in $2. Nope, it's on.
Sure. Give me a timer for the timer. Give me a 5, 3, 2, 1. I'll put the timer on. Ready? Give me an epic action timer. You ready? Go!
5 minutes.
No. Give me a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, so I can activate the real
5,
timer.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo! Okay, 2 minutes, 21 seconds.
That thing you can't find puts in $2 and wins the snipe. I don't know why my phone just went off.
We got 2 minutes, 14 seconds. I stopped. Oh god, I shouldn't press that.
Hold on.
I closed Facebook. That's weird.
Is Thomas? Are you here yet, Thomas? Let me know. I'm sending him a Snapchat. Say,
hello. You can't.
If he's outside, maybe he'll come in and say hi.
We've got 1 minute 54, 53, 50.
No. If Thomas is here, we're gonna have to override this fucking timer.
1 minute. It's drama right now, guys. You are in.
Either Thomas responds to my super chat or my Snapchat, or you guys get the last super chat snipe in before the timer's done. One or the other. I don't think he's here yet necessarily because I would have heard the dogs freak out. That being said, Sylvia's outside with the dogs, which means I might not hear them. Ooh, that's tough.
You know, guys, we are in the danger zone right now with 1 minute 19 seconds left. Stuart, any final thoughts on TNG Season 3 before we move on past TNG?
Hold on, I want to address Rhode Island. He says, I feel your pain, Captain. I'm dyslexic, and we had a teacher that always wanted us to write things down like they were, like there is any there. Yeah, I'm dyslexic too, and it took me a fucking long time. I learned after high school that grammar was important. I fucking just passed English all through high school. It's important, guys, so thank you. But I am dyslexic too. I feel your pain, my friend.
Yeah, I was allowed to use laptops when I couldn't use, because my handwriting, when I could use laptops, my handwriting for exams, I went up like 10% point scores because I just couldn't write properly.
Yep. That thing you can't find puts in $2. SWTX Chaser puts in $2. Boom, he says.
36 seconds!
Hold on, I don't have a Snapchat back from my kid.
30 seconds! This is it, guys! Season 3 of TNG, the best season. Do you want the last super chat of season 3? Stuart, who do you think will be our super chat? Oh, I found it, Stuart. I found the remote. I found it. It was literally underneath my chair. Yay!
Look at, I have that much left of the wine bottle.
10.
Finish it.
9, 8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2,
1.
Sleep box up back $2.
Happy
Snippy snipe.
New
All
Year!
week.
Woo! Happy New Year! Bye,
Sounds
guys.
like fucking New Year's.
See you
Stelio,
for season
Contos,
4.
$2 or £1. Sorry.
See you
Woo,
for season 4,
Stelio wins.
guys. We love you. Bye, everyone. Happy
Bye,
New
guys.
Year.
Thanks for watching. See you Monday.